Hello, hi, namaskar everyone. So I welcome you all in this another marathon session we are going to conduct today, right now, right here when you watch this. Yes. So we are getting started with few more
Hello,
predicted
hi, Namaskar
questions which
everyone.
we
So I
have brought
welcome you
for
all
you
in
all,
this another
which we
marathon
have brought for
session
you
we are
all.
going to conduct today. Right.
So here, let's resume with this discussion. I hope there is no echo problem. You all can hear me properly and I'm clearly audible to you all. Just give me a quick update. Everybody can hear me. Everybody can see me on the screen right there in front of you. Great. So with that, let us get started. Okay, cool. With that, I hope you are aware that based on what we have observed yesterday, that what kind of questions are coming, or the trend which we have seen in the January, based on all of that, we have predicted the kind of questions, so the type of questions which can come in these upcoming shifts of 4th, 5th, 6th, and 8th. That's exactly what we'll try to cover mostly. So, yes, everything will be covering here. Thank you so much for that, Anshul. Let's get started with our discussion without wasting much of your time. We'll straight away start discussing question. A question from probability. What does it say? There is a bag which contains 19 unbiased coins. Okay, and then what happens? There is a one coin which is having head on both the sides. Okay, and one coin is drawn at random. Okay, and it is tossed, and the head turns up. I hope it is somewhere related to Bayes' theorem. Now, there they say that the probability that the drawn coin was unbiased is m is to n. A simple, straightforward, and absolutely doable question based on Bayes' theorem. How do we do it? I hope you all can see this, you all can understand it. By the way, a lot of students can solve this question along with me so that you also start responding that what do you think could be the answer to this question. So let us begin with this question. First of all, please understand there are 19 unbiased coins. So 19 unbiased coin and one coin which is biased, which means it has head on both the sides. What is the probability? The probability that the drawn coin is unbiased. So this drawn coin should be unbiased. So first of all, I hope you are clearly understanding that here there are total 20 coins. So first of all, the probability of having an unbiased coin, which means out of these 19 coins, I should choose one out of the total 20 coins available for me. And from these 19 unbiased coins, the probability of getting a head, I hope it was head. So it is head. So probability of getting a head is 1 by 2. Everybody listening and understanding that. So this is the probability of desired event upon total probability. So yes, probability of the desired event, or what else could have happened? Sir, you could have had that biased coin, and with that the probability of getting a head from that biased coin is 1, because this biased coin has head on both the sides, which means this would give me 1 by 1, which means 1 only. I hope you're getting it very clearly. Now with this you can simplify this and you can get the final answer. Was it not simple and easy? So it's all simply a matter of simplifying the question and getting the answer within seconds. I hope you can do it quickly and clearly. From here 20 20 20 are cancelled. So here 19 by 2, 19 by 2 and 1. I hope you can simplify this. You can do that calculation. Can I skip that part or shall I do it? Just write it in the comment box, and then if needed, I'll definitely do it for you. I hope this is how the expression looks like. Here, 19 plus 2 is going to be 21. So it will be 21 by 2, which leaves you with 19 by 21. And I think 19 and 21 are clearly a pair of co-prime. Nothing is common between them. So with that, you get m as 19 and n as 21. You can square them, take the difference, and that will be the final answer. Everybody got this? Everybody understood this? Just give me a quick thumbs up. All the participants, great. That's brilliant. Perfect. Now from here, let's move towards the next question. This is another question for you from the chapter Statistics. What does it say? For some x, which is of course a real number, the frequency distribution marks obtained by 20 students. So the total number of students are 20. Anshul is saying some time should be given to you. I think you do it along with me simultaneously, Anshul. If you miss any part, if you don't get any part, then you can solve it or watch this part by revisiting the video. I hope that's fine. But let's do that together so that we can save some time and we can see the most predictable questions for this April attempt from the April shift 2nd of April's analysis and from the January shifts analysis. Yes, you do the calculation part. I think, Navina, that little bit of calculation I can skip at least. So there are total 20 students in this test. Okay, so marks obtained are 2357, and this is the frequency. I hope you're getting it. So I hope you remember summation of fi. So summation of fi means what? This plus this plus this plus this. That is cumulative frequency, and cumulative frequency's total is what? Number of observations. I hope you remember that. So with that I'll say x plus 1 whole square, which is x square plus 2x plus 1, and this is 2x minus 5. So this is 2x minus 5 plus this is x square minus 3x plus x. This is our cumulative frequency. That is the total number of observations, and that we are given as 20. Everybody listening and understanding that? From here, what do we get? Sir, x square plus x square gives you 2x square here. Then 2x plus 2x, 4x minus 3x. I think rather I'll say 5x minus 3x, that is again 2x, so I'll write another 2x here. And what am I now left with? 5 plus 1, sorry, 1 minus 5. I hope apart from that, I am not left with anything else. I have added, 2 plus sign. Maybe I'm in a rush, a lot in a rush, so I think it is plus only. So with that, 1 minus 5 is minus 4. When 20 is brought here, that is minus 24. I hope everyone is comfortable with that. When you take 2 common from here, it is x square plus x minus 12 is equal to 0. Splitting the middle term, 4x minus 3x, so it will be x square plus 4x minus 3x minus 12 is equals to 0. One thing one of the students has taught me, can you believe that? Something really amazing. Yes, he told me that, sir, here and here, just simply take their negatives and divide them by the coefficient of x square. They'll be the roots. I hope you know that and you understand this more clearly. So one of the roots will be minus 4. Other root will be 3. But can we take x as minus 4? I think x cannot be minus 4 because 7th observation 7 is appearing minus 4 times. That cannot happen. So the value of x will be 3 from here. I hope everybody getting that. So if I get the value of x as 3, so here frequencies will be 3 plus 1, 4, 4 square is 16. So for this it will be 16. 3 into 2, 6, 6 minus 5, that is 1. And there 3 square is 9, 9 minus 9. I think that's 0. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yes, so it should be 0 and this should be 3. Everybody understood that? Everybody with me on this? Great, perfect, brilliant. So from there, if I move ahead, what do we need? Sir, we need the mean of the marks. I hope mean is easy. Can you help me with the formula of the mean in the comment box? Students, all the participants who are watching it live right now, can you tell me how do we find the mean of this frequency distribution? Everybody quickly write this answer in the chat box. Everyone quickly. I'm waiting for your responses here. Summation xi fi, everyone quickly give me the update. I hope you all remember mean here, x bar you usually denoted by is given by summation xi fi upon summation fi. I hope you do remember that, all the participants. Now with that, I hope 16 into 2, that is what? 32. Then you have 3 into 1, that is 3. Then you have 5 into 0, that is 0. Then you have 7 into 3, that is 21. And total frequency, again we have this 16 plus 1, that is 17 plus 3, that is 20. Correct me if I'm wrong. So with that, I think we can get the final answer. 32 plus 3, that is 35. 35 plus 21. 35 plus 21 is going to be how much? 35 plus 21. 35 plus 20 is 55 plus 1 is 56. So 56 upon 20. Can you do that calculation by yourself? Half of 56 is going to be our answer technically. In terms of decimal also I'm going to take it. So here 56 is what? 2.8. So 2.8 will be our final answer. Everybody got that? Option D will be your final answer. Did you all understand this concept? Will you remember this part now? Summation xi fi upon fi, that's your summation fi, that's your mean. How do we deal with this part when you are supposed to deal with this x? This 20, how did we interpret it? I hope everybody is making a lot of sense out of this. What's your name? Can you tell me why? My name is Dipendra. All the students of a class performed poorly in mathematics, the way you usually do, right? You performed exceptionally well in physics and chemistry, but we usually perform poorly or terribly bad in maths. Maths is designed in this manner that it is lengthy, it is calculative, and of course, conceptually also you've got to be very strong. You've got to be phenomenally strong. So there, let's say, students are performing poorly. So a fact they have written over there. The teacher decided to give grace marks. Great, excellent. Sir, 10 marks are given to all the participants. Okay, great. Then what are they asking? Which of the following statistical measure will not change even after the grace marks were given? A question based on theory. Theoretical question, can you believe that? But yes, if you are conceptually right, if you are conceptually wrong, conceptually right or aware, you can crack this. Which of these measures will not change? What is mod? I hope you remember mod means what? The kind of observation then which is having the highest frequency. So I think if every observation is increased by 10, so the observation which is having the highest frequency will also change. I hope you remember that. So with that, I think mod will change. Mod will change, and that's why it will not be the answer. Mean, of course, if all the observations are increased by 10, the mean will also be increased by 10. So great, great, great. Thank you so much for keeping maths as your favorite subject. Brilliant. Now, third thing, can it be median? See, if the middle term was, let's say, 30 for a while, so the middle term will be 30 plus 10, 40. So median will also get changed. So can I say median will be the answer? No. But variance remain intact. I repeat, if all the observations are increased by a fixed number, the variance doesn't change. When does variance change? Of course, the standard deviation will also not change. Remember this. But if, let's say, the observations are multiplied by a certain number, let's say here I am given the variance of xi is, let's say, any value. Let's say it is given as k. So remember this, variance of axi plus c will be what? Can you help me with that? I repeat, if this is not a, this is not a. Yes, good observation, Himteja. Here, if this a is not there, the variance is not affected. So if all the observations are increased by a certain value, fixed value, then the variance doesn't change. But if it is multiplied by a certain value, the variance changes. Now write me or comment in the comment box, do tell me, when all the observations are multiplied by a fixed number, what happens to the variance? Can you help me with that? Here, great. So from here, I'll move ahead with the next question. Again, a very standard, decent, simple question. I'm graduated from IPS Academy Indore, which is situated in Madhya Pradesh, Chandan Kumar. From here, this is what I'm given. Clearly a question on quadratic. Now, how do we solve this one? Pay attention to this part. Root 3 plus iota raised to the power 100. How do I deal with this? That's great. Excellent. I was waiting for someone to respond. Kala Kaddu. That's brilliant. I'm glad you responded. So yes, if you are multiplying all the observations by a certain value, the variance gets multiplied by a square. Perfect, brilliant. So with that, in that case, it would have been a square k, but here the variance wouldn't change and your variance will be the correct answer. Perfect, that's brilliant, because all the observations are simply increased by a certain number, and in that case, variance doesn't change. Here, the best thing here to do is when you deal with powers, I hope you remember de Moivre's theorem come into picture. When de Moivre's theorem come into picture, which means what? Which means I think I got to use Euler form, because Euler form will be more useful. So can I convert this into the Euler form? How do we do that? Here, let's say I write it as root 3 by 2 plus 1 by 2 times iota. But if I'm doing this, I'm making a mistake, because say 2 to the power 100 you have divided it by, so I got to multiply it by 2 to the power 100. So let me do that. Everyone comfortable with this? Everybody? Now from here, what I do next is pay attention to this part. Root 3 by 2 polar form, if I try to think of cos theta plus iota sine theta, cos theta plus iota sine theta. I hope you can clearly see sine 30, cos 30. So here it will be 2 to the power 100. From here, I hope you are understanding it. Theta, the argument here is going to be what? 30 degree. Everybody with me on this? Can you help me with its magnitude? I hope most of you can clearly say that root 3 by 2 n squared gives you 3 by 4. 1 by 2 n squared gives you 1 by 4, and that is 1. So it is, this part of this complex number is a unimodular complex number. So why to use omega? Of course you can, but what is the need of and how? Yes, you can use omega as well. That's a brilliant approach. Good. So from here, I'll say, can I not say if I wish to write it into the Euler form? Yes, you can use omega. Good, Anshul. Good, Anshul. That's brilliant. So it will be r, which is 1 e to the power iota theta. What is theta? Theta we have already cracked 30 degree, which means pi by 6. So it will be pi by 6 raised to the power 100. Everyone comfortably understanding this? Or even if you don't use it, you could have used the polar form as well. I hope you do remember that. So even if I'm simply using this version only, which is e to the power iota pi by 6 raised to the power 100, I hope I can do that. We'll convert into polar as well, don't worry about that. But when I multiply this 100 here, a to the power m whole raised to the power n, this 100 comes here. So this becomes 100 pi by 6. So when 100 is divided by 6, I hope you are clearly seeing this is 50 and this is clearly 3. So can I write this as 50 pi by 3? Everybody getting it? Everybody getting it? I hope no confusion on that part. I hope all are there. Now with that, when I simplify it further, 2 to the power 100 times, I am writing it as cos 50 pi by 3 plus iota sine 50 pi by 3. Now 50 pi by 3. Do we see any number close to 50, which is a multiple of pi? which is multiple of 3. I think 51 is perfectly divisible. So can I write this 50 pi as 51 pi minus pi? So can I write it as, I hope you're understanding, 51 is 17 times. 51 is 17 times. So can I write this as 17 minus pi by 3? Just give me a quick update on this. Are you able to digest this part? Are you able to 17 pi, I'm really sorry, 17 pi minus pi by 3? Just give me a quick update. Are you able to digest this part? How am I writing this as 17 pi minus pi by 3? Because 51 minus pi, that is 50 pi by 3. Sir, here question said root. If question doesn't ask about root, then can I use omega? Omega can be used. Good, Kala Kaddu. I am hoping for the best. Let's see how do you all perform in that case. So go through these questions. They might definitely help you out with the paper. That's brilliant. Good, Advait. With that, I think we have cracked it. 17 pi. I hope you all can see it. 17 pi, which means what? It will be an odd multiple of pi. So when you subtract it second quadrant, so cos will be negative, but this will be positive. I hope everyone is comfortable with that. So here it is going to be 2 to the power 100 times minus of cos of pi by 3. Minus of cos of pi by 3 plus what? Plus iota sine pi by 3. Why plus pi by 3? Because here, of course, because of 17 pi, the ratio wouldn't change. But because of that, what am I saying here? Sine, second quadrant, positive. Everybody with me on this? I hope there is no confusion on that, whatever I have done so far. Now, when I simplify this further, what to do I get? Let me do this simplification so that I can get finally this result and I can compare this and I can write what is asked. Good observation, Himteja. That's brilliant. Instead of x plus y, you should have written alpha and beta. That would have been better. Good to have you all. I think a lot of students have started responding. So 2 to the power 100. I think I need not tell you the answer. You are going to tell me the answer because here cos pi by 3, that is cos 60 degree. I hope you are understanding. So that should be minus 1 by 2 here. So this is minus 1 by 2 and of course it will be plus iota root 3 by 2. You could have taken omega as well. With omega also, if you could see it as omega, if you could convert into omega by taking iota common, then also your job would have been done. Some of you, if you have cracked it, what I'm suggesting here is the second method. If you take iota common from here and divide it by 2, you might see it getting converted into omega. If you could see that, do tell me how many of you have seen that. Jatin sir, मैंने 11th नहीं पढ़ी JEE वाली और 11th 12th पढ़ी है JEE वाली. अब मैं ड्रॉप लेना चाहता हूँ. क्या सही है और क्या सही नहीं, कौन सा बैच अच्छा है? I think प्रयास for droppers, it is always प्रयास, Jatin. Great. So with that, I think this 2 comes out. So that leaves you with 2 to the power 99. And there inside, you are left with minus 1 plus root 3 iota. So I think you have P and Q both. And P and Q are the roots of an equation. So I think you need to tell me what shall be the answer. Here, some of you are saying option B. No, option B not be the answer. Because x square minus sum of the roots, so root 3 minus 1 into product of the roots, so that is root 3 into minus 1. So your answer will be option D. Everybody got this? Yes, that's good, Himteja. You could have written P and Q. Perfect, brilliant. Everybody got this? Everybody understood this? Perfect. Option 3 will not be the answer. Option 3, I think, I hope you remember, how do you write the quadratic? I hope you all are not missing this. X square minus sum of the roots times x plus product of the roots. So if you are saying option C, I think you are missing something very crucial here. Pratik is saying, sir, please solve it with omega method. With omega, Pratik, I'm just giving you the suggestion. You take iota common from here, just do it by yourself and you will start seeing omega coming into picture. And with that, even it will become simpler. And from that, after you take omega common, you will directly reach to this step. You will directly actually reach to this step. Technically, I'm saying this. Trust me, mark my words. Will you do that? I'm suggesting it. Just do it right now. If you're not able to do it, I'll do it. Don't worry about that. Okay, great, Rajesh. For that, I can say that watch this. This might definitely try and help you. A lot of questions are being asked from differential equations. They do it. So it could be either homogeneous or linear or exact. So let's try and do this. Here, if I solve this, this is the solution of a differential equation. So that's your differential equation. Okay. So if this looks like a differential equation, if I divide it on by x on both these sides, what do I get? I get cos of y by x. Of course, dy by dx. What is wrong with the board? Cos of y by x. Then, what is it doing? Cos of y by x into dy by dx, right? Everybody with me on this? There on the right hand side, it becomes y by x times cos of again y by x plus x by x is 1. So I hope you can see this is homogeneous. I hope everybody can see this is homogeneous. y by x, y by x, y by x. I hope you can see this. So with that, what do we do with homogeneous? I think we know the process. Sir, y by x should be taken as v, let's say for a while. So y becomes vx. So here, don't derive this result time and again. Just remember this result always. So when you differentiate it with respect to x, I hope you remember dy by dx will be v as it is. Derivative of x will be 1 plus, I hope you remember, x as it is, derivative of v with respect to x will be dv by dx. Everybody with me on this? So just remember that result. With that dy by dx, that's your dy by dx. Now this expression, if I simplify, cos y by x is v. So it should be cos v dy by dx. If I substitute here, what will that be? That will be v plus, or can I do one thing as well? I am thinking of taking it there. I think that will help us a little. So instead of putting it here, let me take it here. Cos y by x, I'll put it there. I hope I can do that. So dy by dx is going to be what? V plus x dv by dx. Now numerator will be this, denominator will be this. So what will be the numerator? V cos v. So numerator will be v cos v plus 1 divided by cos v. Everybody got this, or shall I repeat this part? All the participants. Great. So with that here, when I go ahead with this conclusion, I hope I can now take this v first of all to the other side. That will help us a lot. So if I take this v to the other side, I think the job is done. The job is done to a great extent. Can I remove this part here? When I solve this further, what do I see? I hope you can see this. First of all, let's simplify this part. So this becomes minus v cos v in the numerator. So this becomes minus v cos v in the numerator. And what will be the denominator? I think the denominator was, what was the denominator? I forgot it. The denominator was cos v. So in the numerator, it will be minus v cos v like this. I hope you're getting it. So v cos v and v cos v are cancelled. So you are left with 1 upon cos v. So I think the question is done. It is 1 upon cos v on the right hand side. Correct me if I'm wrong. So it will be 1 upon cos v on the right hand side. So cos v comes here, dx by x goes there. So on the left hand side, you are left with cos v dv, and on the right hand side, you are left with dx by x. You're left with dx by x. If I integrate it on both these sides, I hope you remember, cos v's integration will be sin v. Everyone with me on this? Plus, let's say constant of integration is equals to ln of mod of x. I hope there is no confusion on that. And sin v, this v should be replaced by y by x. So this should become sin y by x. Now with that, I think sin y by x is given as ln of x plus alpha by 2. So this c should be your alpha by 2. Can I write that c there? Can I write that c there on the other side? So this c is nothing but what? Your alpha by 2. So we are told this is the solution of this differential equation, and we are told y1 is pi by 3. So I think that c is going to be alpha by 2. So let's work on this. Y1 is pi by 3. Y1 is pi by 3 means what? X should be replaced by 1 and y should be replaced by pi by 3. So this will be sin pi by 3. I hope pi by 3 by 1. Sin pi by 3, that is 60 degree. That is root 3 by 2. So this should be root 3 by 2. ln 1 will be 0. So this is c. C is root 3 by 2. C is root 3 by 2. So root 3 by 2 means what? Alpha is root 3. Alpha is root 3. So alpha square will be 3. That's your option A. How many of you got A as the correct answer? All the participants. That's brilliant. That's perfect. Am I taking easy questions? Okay, Nitin. I think the job is to make you aware of the concepts in a quicker manner so that we can save some time. Second priority in the JEE examination will be targeting easy and moderate questions only. It's absolutely senseless to target harder questions. We are not preparing for JEE Advanced right now. We are still targeting mains. I hope you looked at the title or the thumbnail of this video. Can I move ahead from here? That's brilliant, students, all the students here. If the solution, and in mains we have seen the shifts were amazingly easy, although they could be difficult, they could be tough, but if it goes tough, the percentile drops. The percentile means the cutoff drops. Here, when I go ahead with this, the solution yz of the given differential equation, passes through this point, okay, then the value of this expression is equal to what? Okay, we'll try and work it out. Great. No worries with that here. I will say that can I use variable separable form here? If I try and do so, what happens here is that e to the power y plus 1 times what? Cos x dx I keep on the left hand side. And this part I push on the other side, which is minus e to the power y sin x dx, sin x dy. Just let me look at this. E to the power y plus 1 cos x dx, e to the power y sin x dy. Great. Now this e terms, I put it here on the left hand side. So it is e to the power y plus 1 upon what? Or rather I take it there. So terms in x I bring here. Cos x upon sin x. So this becomes cos x dx upon sin x. I can keep it written like this only. And on the left hand side, on the right hand side, it will be e to the power y upon what? E to the power y plus 1 dy, and of course with a negative sign. So if now I integrate it on both the sides, I hope you do have the answer. What is going to be the answer, students? Okay, Music Symphony India, I totally get your concern. In that case, let's watch this solution now. Sin x, if I assume as t, cos x dx will be dt. So this will be dt by t, which is going to be ln mod of t, which is going to be ln mod of sin x. Everybody with me on this? Here, if I take e to the power y plus 1 as t, so e to the power y dy will be dt. So it is going to be dt by t. So it is going to be minus ln mod of e to the power y plus 1. Anyways, e to the power y plus 1 will always be positive. So I need not put a mod here. So here, this gives you the constant of integration as well, which let's say we take as ln mod of c. So when I simplify this, what do I get? I think we get something really simple and decent. If I raise this, or rather what I'll do is I can write the general solution. On the left hand side, I hope you can see this is ln mod of sin x, no confusion with that. On the right hand side, we see log m minus log n, that is log m upon n, which is mod of c upon e to the power y plus 1. Comfortable with this conclusion, students, all the participants? With that, when I move ahead, I get mod of sin x. Mod of sin x is equal to what? C upon e to the power y plus 1. Give me a quick confirmation on this. Everybody understood that part? I hope there is no confusion on that. Now, what are we told? I think we can crack C. Some information must be given to us that it passes through pi by 2 comma 0, which means if x is replaced by pi by 2, y will be 0. So x is replaced by pi by 2, sine pi by 2, that's 1. So mod of 1 will be 1 is equal to c is there in the numerator, and in the denominator, what do we have? We have e to the power y. E to the power y should be what? E to the power y is what? E to the power 0, which is 1. So 1 by 1, that is 2. So we get mod c as what? 2. Everyone comfortable with whatever I've said so far? So I think with that, you can get the final answer. What are we asked? E to the power y pi by 6. So let me work on y pi by 6 first. With that, I think we'll crack e to the power y pi by 6, because e to the power y pi by 6 only I'll get if I replace it by that. I hope you are getting it. So x I'm replacing by pi by 6. So this is sine pi by 6. Sine pi by 6 we all know is nothing but what? Sine 30, that is 1 by 2. So here on the left hand side we have 1 by 2 is equal to mod c. Mod c is clearly 2 divided by e to the power y plus 1. E to the power y plus 1, that is always positive, so don't put a mod over there. So e to the power y plus 1, this is e to the power y of pi by 6 only, right? So with that, you just simplify this. E to the power y plus 1 you receive as 4, and e to the power y you get as 3, and 3 will be the correct answer. That's brilliant, students. 3 will be the correct answer. Everyone with me on this, all the participants. Now from here, when I move ahead, let's solve a question from hyperbola. Yes, a question from hyperbola. X square upon a square minus y square upon b square, standard hyperbola. This is the conjugate hyperbola. Of course, not the conjugate of this. Muskan is saying, sir, binomial se bahut dar lagta hai, and completely let go this chapter. After seeing paper, the priority is binomial. What do? I'll be solving questions from binomial. That might help you in simplifying that chapter. Let's see that. Okay, will that be okay? That's good, students. Keep responding like that. That's brilliant. Yes, keep your doubts posted. Don't worry about that. Don't hesitate in posting your doubts here. Don't worry about that. You can ask as many doubts you can if you want to. Of course, we'll be answering them within our capacity, within our limited capacity. Whatever we know, we'll definitely try to help you out with that. And yes, feel free to make mistakes. You're independent. You're definitely allowed to make mistakes here as long as you're here in this class. So don't hesitate in making mistakes. Yes. How many questions are over? Some questions are over. You can rewatch the remaining part, the part which you have missed. But now focus on this part, one ball at a time. I hope you do remember that. So this is a hyperbola. This is another hyperbola. Two hyperbolas having length of latus rectum 15 root 2 and 12 root 5. I hope you do remember. The catch here is this hyperbola will have its latus rectum as 2b square by a. I hope no confusion on that, which is given as 15 root 2. But the catch here is that this is the conjugate here. But the catch here is it is the conjugate. So ask that doubt here. Now pay attention to this here. The hyperbola will not be having the length of lateral rectum is 2b square by a, rather it will be 2a square by b. I hope you do get this because it is conjugate here. So 2a square b will be given as 12 root 5. Everyone comfortably understanding that? Let their eccentricities be E1 and E2. So E1 and E2, we are given E1. We are given E1. E1 we are given as root 5 by 2. I hope everyone is comfortable with that. And E2 we are not aware of, but we know the product of length of their transverse axis. Okay, we might use this. So length of their transverse axis. So length of the transverse axis of this parabola will be 2a, but length of the transverse axis of this will be 2b. So 2a into 2b we are given as 100 times root 10. So we are given certain information, this, that. Okay. I will begin with this E1 and this one. So E1, I hope for hyperbola, we all know hyperbola, the eccentricity is given by 1. I hope you remember hyperbola greater than 1, that is 1 plus b square by a square, b square by a square. I hope you're comfortably getting that. So from here, what I'll do is E1 square. What will be E1 square? E1 square will be 5 by 2. I hope no confusion on that. 1 is already there. This b square by a square, this b square by a square, can I write it in a simply different manner? This a square I write as a into a, and I multiply a 2 here and I'll divide it by 2 here. This is still that same expression only. 2 and 2 are cancelled, b square by a square. Now why did I do this? Because I saw 2b square by a as 15 root 2. So this 2b square by a, can I substitute that by 15 root 2? Everybody with me on this? Everyone comfortable with this part? I hope everybody is there. Now with that, when I go ahead, I hope you can see 5 by 2 minus 1, that is clearly 3 by 2. So here on the left hand side, we have 3 by 2. This 2 gets cancelled by this 2. This 3 gives you a 5 here. So I hope we are going great with the calculation. A we receive as 5 root 2. Give me a quick update on this. Everybody with me on this? Everybody with me on this, all the participants, if I say that A is going to be 5 root 2. Now, if we have gotten A, I think by replacing or substituting that A here, I may crack B as well. So let me crack B as well. B is going to be what? Or rather, I'll say what is going to be B square? Sir, here, 2B square is going to be A. A is 5 root 2 times 15 root 2. Correct me if I'm wrong. 2B square will be A, which is 5 root 2 times 15 root 2. So 2B square. So this 2 are cancelled. I hope you're getting it. So B square is going to be 15 into 5. That is clearly 75. Everybody with me on this? So B square we receive as 75. I hope there is no confusion on that. There is clearly no confusion on that. And if you were to write B, you would have said, sir, this is 25 into 3. That is 5 root 3. Had we asked B, I could have written this. Everybody with me on this? How did we get small a and small b? This, everyone with me on this? Now, let's talk about this result. Which result? I think I have two information. Two information means information, of course, 2 cannot be the information is never countable, but two more hints I'm given, this one and this one. If I club them, I'll get something decent. Because here a is 5 root 2. So can I replace this a by 5 root 2? So this will be 2 into 2, which is 4. So a into b is 100 by 4, which is 25 root 10. Correct me if I'm wrong. And a we know is 5 root 2. So if I replace this a by 5 root 2 here, this a is replaced by 5 root 2 here. So 5 into 25. 5 into 5 is 25. And root 2 when cancels root 10, it leaves you with root 5. Because root 10 is root 5 root 2. So B, capital B, we receive as what? Capital B we receive as 5 root 5. Everybody with me on this so far? I hope there is no confusion on whatever I've done. Then let's work on capital A. Again, I think we have capital A, because if 2a square by b is 12 root 5, so I will say that a square is b into 12 root 5. What is b? Sir, b is 5 root 5. B is 5 root 5 and 2a square. So 6 root 5 it will be. It will be 6 root 5. I hope you all are watching, listening and understanding whatever I'm doing. Everyone. I repeat that part. How did I get this? 2 cancels this 12, so it leaves you with 6. So that is 6 root 5 gets multiplied with b. So b is what? B is 5 root 5. Everybody with me on this? So there we get it as 5 into 5 into 6. Correct me if I'm wrong. So it should be 5 into 5 into 6. So if I talk about A is going to be 5 root 6. So I think I have all the information what was needed. Now what are we asked? We are asked 25 e2 square. Now pay attention to that tricky part here. We are now dealing with E2 square. Again, there is a catch. What is that catch? Himteja, go ahead and ask. I will definitely answer that. Here, E2 square, if I were to answer that. No, Kshitish, the catch is that they are not conjugate of each other. No, no, no. There is that relation, but they are not the conjugate of each other. So you cannot apply that relation here. Remember that. So if I get back to the discussion we were having, I think E2 square. So 25 will be there as it is E2 square. So for this hyperbola, it is not 1 minus b square by a square. I hope remember. It is conjugate. So it will be 1 minus a square by b square, smaller upon greater. So it will be 1 minus a square by, sorry, not smaller upon greater. That is the for the ellipse. Here for conjugate one, of course, it will be capital. So it will be 1 minus a square by b square. That is going to be your E2 square. Everybody got this result. Everybody understood this result. So with that, what am I going to say next here? 25 times 1 minus, what is a square? I think we have a square, 25 into 6. So this should be 25 into 6. And what is b square? That is 25 into 5. That is 25 into 5. Correct me if I'm wrong. Right? All the participants. So with that, 25 and 25 are cancelled. So with that, it is 6 by 5. Am I making any mistake here? Am I making any mistake here? Just do correct me if I'm making any mistakes. That is 25 E2 square. So E2 will be what? 1 minus a square by b square. A, I think, is going to be 5 root 6. In that case, it is 1 minus 6 by 5. How can it be minus 1 by 5? Just do tell me, sir, why conic and binomial too much calculative? It is sometimes 25 e squared, 25 minus 10 root 30. Sir, add it. Oh, yes, yes. I'm really sorry. I took it as ellipse. I'm really sorry. Thank you so much for that correction, the musical symphony. Thank you so much. It is needed to be added because it is hyperbola. Thank you so much for that correction. So with that, it will be 6 by 5. That means 11 by 5. So it will be 25 into 11 by 5 and your answer will be 55. Everybody got this? Everybody understood this? All the participants? So always what they do is with hyperbola and ellipse, they don't have much to play with. Simple, decent formulae are there. So if you have mugged them up, if you have creamed them, if you have learned them, then all you do is you simply apply them. So formulae application, they come in 3D as well. They come in binomial. So with binomial, with let's say even this chapter, with this chapter, what I say, ellipse and ellipse and hyperbola and the chapter three-dimensional geometry, there are also some simple decent formulae there. So with these chapters, how do they play? They simply give you calculation based questions. Everybody got this? Now can I move ahead from here, all the participants? Now when I go ahead, let's solve the next question based on area under the curve. Now okay, with that, what are we given? Area of the region, this. Okay, so first of all, this clearly y is equals to 1 plus x square. How do we plot this? Everybody with me on this? If I were to plot y is equals to x square plus 1, a simple parabola, upward facing parabola, y is equals to x square. Yes, I'll bring straight line based questions as well. This is also a straight line question. So if I now, ellipse and hyperbola are best. Yes, Advait. If you know the formula, the questions are always doable. Some calculation they introduce, but otherwise, and you got to be careful with the difference between the formula of ellipse and hyperbola. The way I mistakenly used minus there. I mistakenly forgot that they are hyperbola, they are not the ellipse. So with that, we know that this is a parabola x square plus 1, which means an upward facing parabola. So here, if I try and plot it, I hope you can clearly see this is how you will have this parabola. Everybody with me on this? Now, this line, if I were to plot, first of all, let me solve them separately so that we get rid of their point of intersection. Minimum of them is needed to be taken. So let me solve this part separately. So one of the lines is y is equals to x plus 7. Another line is y is equals to 11 minus 3x. Everyone listening and understanding? So if I multiply both of them, by, let's say, this one by 3, so it will be 3y. 7 into 3 is 21 plus 3x. Now if I add both of them, what I get is 3y plus y, that is 4y. This is what? 2 plus 1, that is 3. 32. Correct me if I'm wrong. So this is 32 means what? Y we receive as 8. So that is the point of intersection. If we have received y as 8, 8 minus 7 is 1. So we receive x as 1. So y we receive as 8, x we receive as 1. So 1 comma 8. 1 comma 8, I think probably here. And here 1 comma 8 will be somewhere here, right? So the point of intersection of these two lines is 1 comma 8. Remember that they are intersecting at 1 comma 8. Now one thing I am very much sure of, that this is having positive slope, this is having negative slope. So this could be going up, this could be going down, possibly. Of course, yes, but with that, if they are intersecting somewhere here, if I simply plot them, I hope you are aware of this, that this is your curve, y is equals to what? X square plus 1. So here when x was 0, y will be 1. So this your point is going to be what? 0, comma 1, without any hesitation, I can say so. And 1, comma 8 will be somewhere above only, because 1, comma 8 will be somewhere here. Now with that, I can say that when I plot this line, when I put x as 0, y will be 7. So it will be what? It will be 0, comma 7. So somewhere here this line is. So let me plot this line here. This line would go like this. And the other line, when I replace x by 0, y is 11. So this line will be going above. But it would be going like this, because this point over here will be the point of intersection of these two lines, 1, comma 8. Everybody got this? All the participants. What are you saying, Muskan? Go ahead with that. I'm listening to your doubt. I'm all ears. Go ahead and write your doubt. So with that, what I'll say is that here, what am I told? Y is greater than 1 plus x square. So let's check it for 0, comma 0. 0, comma 0, if I put 0 is greater than equal to 1. No, that's false. So 0, comma 0 does not lie, which means the region which is inside that parabola. The region which is inside that parabola. And minimum of this and this. So far, minimum of this is this. And here, minimum of this and this is this. So the region I'm going to take here will be this line here and then this line here. And of course, y is less than them. If y is less than them means what? If y is less than them, which means let's say y is less than x plus 7. So if I talk it for 0, comma 0, 0, 0, I think 0 is less than 7. So below this line, of course, if I check it for 0, comma 0 here, 0, 11, 0. So 0 is less than 11. So yes, of course, below this line. So now the region which we are dealing with is this one. Everybody just give me a quick update. Everybody got this? This is going to be the region which we need to work out, the area. Everybody with me on this? So from here, what I do next is, I hope you all are listening and understanding. Very simple result. I have the point of intersection as well. I need two more things, this point and this point possibly. So this point is going to be, you solve this curve. Which curve, students? Let me just take this pen here. X plus 7 with x square plus 1. So x square plus 1. X square plus 1 when solved with x plus 7, right? That's your another curve. So this is your line x plus 7, right? So with this, when you solve this, it will be what? X square minus x. This is going to be minus 6. So for this, you know, it is x square minus 3x plus 2x minus 6. So with that, what do we get? I think we get what? We get 3 comma minus 2. So of course, minus 2 will be our point, because we are now talking about which quadrant? Second quadrant. So x should be negative. So this point here will be minus 2 comma something. That's something I'm not interested in. This is one. Now let's talk about this point here. I hope everybody is listening whatever I'm saying or suggesting or doing. So the curve is x square plus 1. The curve is x square plus 1. Needed the point of intersection with 11 minus 3. So this is 11 minus 3x. When you solve this, what do we get? X square plus 3x, 1 minus 11 is what? I think minus 10. So it should be minus 10. Again, 5 and 2 will do the job. So x square plus 5x minus 2x minus 10 should be 0. Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. So with that, I'll get minus 5 and plus 2. But it is in the first quadrant. It cannot be minus 5. So it should be plus 2. Everybody with me on this? Everybody with me on this? Sir, if x is 0, then y is all positive. But why do you plot line in negative? Muskan, rephrase your question. I did not understand that question. Apart from that, 15 question subject type I got of, I think that is something else. I am not aware of that discussion. So yes, good. Good. Going ahead with that, I think we have now the curves, the points of intersection. So all I need is a proper integration. So with that, I hope all I'll do is, this is your line. I hope you remember, this is your line y is equals to x plus 7. And this is the line which is y is equals to 11 minus 3x. So I think it's simply now a matter of integration. So with definite integration, of course, they cannot play much with definite integration. Simple questions are there, even in area under the curve or definite integration. So with definite integration based questions, what they do is they simply ask you properties based questions. Remember that. But if you are solving questions from area under the curve, first of all, you should be very good with the graphs. If you could plot the graphs. Second, you should be good in finding the regions. What I do is always I take it 0, 0. So if 0, 0 satisfies it, that region will be there. If 0, 0 doesn't, then that region should be excluded. Third thing, you need to solve the curves. Once you solve the curves, you get the point of intersection. I hope you got this. Now from here, integration from minus 2 to 1. So this will be minus 2 to 1. Upper curve minus lower curve. So upper curve is this line, which is x plus 7 which is x plus 7, minus lower curve is 1 plus x square, so 1 x square dx. Everybody getting that? Plus, now this will be 1 to 2, so this limit will be from 1 to 2. Again, upper curve is a straight line, which is 11 minus 3x, minus lower curve, which is again 1 plus x square, so minus 1 minus x square dx. Quickly tell me, will you do it from by yourself or shall I do it? We'll catch it up later. Do these first. Yes. Okay. Muskan, I'm still not able to get your query. You should write it more properly. If I could understand what I'm able to understand is that you are not able to understand the region. Let's say if you are finding a difficulty here, let me say that this is the region I'm finding. So y is less than equal to x plus 7. So what I'll check it for 0, 0. So if I put 0 here, 0 is less than equal to 7, that's true, which means 0, 0 is satisfying it, which means I need to take the region below this line. That's how I check it. Did you all get that? Great. So from here, I think integration is simple. Even integration and then some, of course, it is having some calculation, and there the student commit a mistake. Which mistake? They pay a lot of attention here. They solve it thoroughly, conceptually right. They try to be as focused as here. But when they see this part, they get a little casual. And with that, they do some calculation based silly errors. So that's the area where you should not lose your focus, where you should not lose your attention. So stay attentive, stay alert, and don't miss this part. Stay focused in this part as well. Now from here, when I go ahead, what are we given? This is again a basic question based on GIF. So I hope you can see this. We can take vertical strip. You can, but I think it will be cumbersome. It will be more problem. I think vertical strip is what I have taken. I thought you're taking horizontal strip. No. Upper minus lower I have already done. Great. That's good, Rajesh. So from here, this is what I'll be solving. First of all, pay attention to this part. 10x upon x plus 1. When you solve this curve, it is going to be an increasing curve. Increasing function between especially this 0 to 9. So here, all I need is that GIF of this under root over this should be. So this expression inside this under root should be having or taking an integral value. So if I simply begin with 0, so let me try a 0 here. So if I replace x by 0 here, I hope you're understanding 10 into 0 by 0 plus 1. So that is 0 by 1. That is what? When I replace x by 0, I get this expression, which is what? Let me call it any expression. Let's call it y for a while. So I'm taking y as root over 10x by x plus 1. Are you comfortable with that? So when I'm taking x as 0, what is y? Sir, y we receive as 0. I hope you're getting it. 0 upon 0. 0 upon 1, that is 0. Under root over 0 is 0. So GIF of 0 will be 0. Now, if it is beginning with 0, and one thing I'm skipping, that you check it by yourself, that 10x upon x plus 1 is going to be an increasing function, which means under root over 10x upon x plus 1 will also be an increasing function, which means, no, it's not a 0 by 0 form. Come on, Hemteja. Why are we having a 0 by 0 form here? There is not a question based on limits, right? So from here, when I go ahead with this conclusion, what I say is, sir, now y is 0. Since we know it is an increasing function, so now let's check whether y can be 1 or not. Y means this expression. So if I put this expression, which is what? Root 10x upon x plus 1 to be 1, which means 10x upon x plus 1 could be 1, which means 10x could be x plus 1, which means 9x could be 1, which means x could be 1 by 9. So the moment x becomes 1 by 9, y becomes 1. Everybody listening and understanding this. So this part we are very much sorted with. This part we are very much clear with. Everybody with me on this so far? I hope there is no confusion on that. Now let's check whether y can be 2 or not. So if y is 2, which means 10x by x plus 1 is 2 square, which is 4, which means 10x is equal to 4x plus 4, which means 6x is equal to 4, which means x is 2 by 3, So when x is 2 by 3, y becomes 2. I hope you are getting it. Everyone with me on this. Now, where are we taking x? Sir, x is going till 9. So we have reached till 2 by 3 only. X is going till 9. I hope you are comfortably understanding it. So let's check whether this y becomes 3 or not. So when this y becomes 3, what happens to the a? Option A, please check. What are you saying, the Music Symphony? 50 and last question. I did not get that query. Do write it again. I am not understanding your query, the Music Symphony. So if y is 3, which means what? It should be 10x by x plus 1. So 3 square is what? 9. So there 10x minus 9x will be what? X should be 9. Correct me if I'm wrong. I repeat, 10x minus 9x will be x is equal to 9. Can I do that? So here, the last value of x will be 9. And luckily, there is where we need to stop. So I think these are going to be the limits. Everybody got this? Everybody understood that? So here, when I go ahead with this conclusion, I think we can split it. We can split it when we move from 0 to 1. When we move from 0 to 1, that will be your first, sorry. When we move from, I'm really sorry, 0 to 1 by 9, that will be the first part. Then the second part will be 1 by 9 to 2 by 3. 1 by 9 to 2 by 3. And the third part here will be 2 by 3, 2 by 3 to 9. Everybody understanding comfortably whatever I'm doing here, all the participants. Now from here, all I'm saying is that, sir, between 0 to 1 by 9, this expression which is inside the GIF is taking all the values from 0 to 1. So its GIF will be 0. I hope you understand it. When x is taking values from 1 by 9 to 2 by 3, when x is taking values from 1 by 9 to 2 by 3, this expression inside the GIF is taking values from 1 to 2. 1 to 2 means what? Its GIF will be 1. Its GIF will be 1. When x is taking values from 2 by 3 to 9, when x is taking values from 2 by 3 to 9, this expression is taking values from 2 to 3, which means its GIF will be 2. Just quickly give me an update. Shall I do it from here or will you do it by yourself? All the participants, just give me a quick update on this. 0 of course need not be integrated. It will be 0. 1 will be x. So this will be 2 by 3 minus 1 by 9. Just give me a quick update on this. Plus this will be 2x. So 2x means what? 2 stays outside. And inside that, x means what? 9 minus 2 by 3. I hope you do that calculation and get the final answer by yourself. Sir, can you explain splitting limits once again, please? Entroroy. Sir, I'm saying, could you please check the answer for the previous question if it's A? That part I'm not doing. I am not having the answers with me, but I am hoping that it would be yes, possibly. But if you do that by yourself, I mean, a lot of other students can validate this. Tell me the answer to this question. Was it 50? This splitting the middle term, all I have done is, one thing I have skipped here is this, that 10x upon x plus 1. I knew that it is an increasing function, but you got to first of all check it. Then entropy, I think it is entropy. No, it's not entropy, entoroi. So entoroi, what I did was, now I checked when x is 0, what it becomes. So when x was 0, it became 0. So now I ensured that when does it become 1? So when I put it equal to 1, I get x as 1 by 9. So when I put it equal to 2, I get x as 2 by 3. And when I put it equal to 3, I get x as 9. And I stop at 9. I stop at 9 because 9 was the upper limit. Did you get it now, Entoroy? Great, Anshul. Thank you so much for that. That's good, Arun. Okay, that's brilliant, students. So keep interacting like this. Keep responding like this. That's how you stay engaged and active. With that, let's solve the next question based on, again, P be the parabola whose focus is minus 2, 1 and directrix is this. So if we have a parabola, which has focus, let's say, as minus 2, 1 and its directrix is given by 2x plus y plus 2 is equals to 0, can we not write the equation of the parabola? Because what we know for parabola is that locus of a point which moves in such a way that its distance from a fixed point and distance from a fixed line remains same. This PS is to PM is always equal because eccentricity for a parabola is 1. So we can take P as h comma k or x comma y, whatever or however you wish to take it. I hope you do remember that. So PS, how do I evaluate? I hope you remember PS will be under root over x minus 2, that is x plus 2 whole square plus y minus 1 whole square, that is PS. It should be equal to what? It should be equal to PM. PM means what? Modulus of power of this x comma y with respect to this line. So it will be modulus of 2x plus y plus 2 whole divided by under root over 2 square plus 1 square. So that is 4 plus 1, which is 5. Just give me a quick update on this. Is it not going to be the equation of the parabola? How did I write it? I'm given the focus, I'm given the directrix. So can I not write PS is equals to PM? And with that, it is going to be the equation of the parabola. What am I given? I am asked sum of the ordinates of the point on P whose abscissa is minus 2. Whose abscissa is minus 2. Abscissa is minus 2 means what? Sir, when x is minus 2, y will have two values, let's say y1 and y2. You just need to find the sum of those ordinates. Everybody got this? Everybody with me on this? Now from here, when I start solving this further, first of all, x should be replaced by minus 2. So when x is replaced by minus 2, this becomes 0 and this becomes y minus 1 whole square, and this needs to be square under root, that means modulus I'll put here. X when replaced by minus 2 into 2, minus 4 plus 2 is minus 2. So it should be y minus 2 inside in mod, and this is under root 5. Just give me a quick update on this. Are we going great? Mod y minus 1, that is minus 4 plus 2, that is minus 2, y minus 2 upon root 5. Now if I square it on both these sides, so it will be y square plus 1 minus 2y whole multiplied by 5, and it will be y square plus 4 minus 4y. Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. So when I simplify this, where should I do this? Can I do it here only? So here, 5y square minus y square, that is 4y square. Then what I have next is a minus 10y plus 4y, that is minus 6y. Correct me if I'm making any calculation based error. Then you have 5 minus 4, that is plus 1 is equal to 0. So we need y1 plus y2, that is sum of the roots. Sum of the roots is minus b upon it, that is minus of minus 6 by 4. So 6 by 4 is what? 3 by 2. So your answer should be 3 by 2. Option A. How many of you got 3 by 2? Sir, answer is 3 by 2, option A. That's good, Sanvi. That's good, Sanvi. What about other participants? That's brilliant, students. Keep responding like this. That's excellent. That's phenomenal. That's very good. From here, when I go ahead, let's solve the next question. A question from integration. How do we solve this? 1 upon a square sine square x plus b square cos square x is given as something. Then the maximum value of this. Usually when I was preparing for JEE, I also used to get scared by integration because there were a lot of formulae, there were a lot of patterns. And what I used to do was that I used to differentiate this part. I have tried it, can you believe this? I used to differentiate all the 4 options, and whichever option is giving me the question would be the answer. So that is how I took it. But of course, you should not do it like this. It will be very time consuming, very much time consuming. Muhammad Abdul Hakim, I have explained that part. I'll do it one more time if you're asking. So all I have done in that question was that here when I replaced x by 0, I got this expression to be 0. Then I thought that when does this expression becomes 1? Because for GIF 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, that is what we see. So I made it, this expression looked like 1. That gave me x. So that gave me x as 1 by 9. Then I kept on doing like this. I hope you got this. A lot of students are saying this. We also do this. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. That is again a time consuming. I hope you got the answer now, Mohammed. Now with that, when I move ahead, let's solve this question. Again, please don't differentiate the right hand side. Let's work on this result only. So what I'll do is, I hope the moment you see sine square and cos square coming into picture, the best thing is divide both the sides by cos square, the numerator and denominator. So numerator becomes 1 upon cos square x, that is sec square x. Right, and it becomes what? A square tan square x. So this is a square tan square x plus b square. So for the sake of simplicity, can I write it like this? B square plus a square tan square x. I hope everyone is understanding what are we doing here, all the participants. Everybody with me on this, all the participants. That's great, Shreya. That's great, Shreya. Good to hear that. Now from here, when I move ahead from here, I hope you know the right substitution. What am I going to do? I'll take b square plus a square tan square x. I hope we are going great. So this, if I take, let's say, I'll simply take 10x as t. Yes, I'll simply take 10x as t. So I hope you're understanding. Sec square x dx will be dt. So here it will be dt upon, what is wrong with the board? dt upon b square plus a square t square. I hope there is no confusion on that. Even if you are getting confused here, what you can do is you can take this a square common. So it will be t square, this will be b square by a square, and that a square you have taken outside. Everybody with me on this? So just forget this. Now I hope you remember 1 upon a square plus x square is 1 upon a tan inverse x upon a. I hope you do remember that. So here 1 upon a square is already there outside. We don't touch it at all. Then 1 upon a means 1 upon this, which means the reciprocal of this. So it will be a square by b square. I hope you remember that. Times tan inverse x upon a. X is t upon a. This whole is your a. I hope you remember this b square by a square. I hope you're understanding this b by a will be your a. So b by a, if I divide it by, it will be a by b. Just give me a quick update on this. All the participants with me on this so far. I hope there is no confusion on that. Now with that, I think we do have the answer. How do we write the answer? This a square and a square are cancelled. Of course, plus c will be there, which I'm not bothered by. So 1 by b square is there outside. And here I have tan inverse of a by b, which I'm keeping like this only. T, what is t? T is 10. So 10x is there, right? 10x is there. So that is what we are now getting. So what are we told? That I think if I compare it with this, I think b square will be 12. B square we receive as 12, and a by b we receive as 3. Right? Correct me if I'm wrong. I hope we are getting the right values. B square we receive as 12 and a by b we receive as 3. So with that, what do I get? I think b I should substitute, or I think b I should substitute. So when I substitute b is 4 root 3. B we receive as 4 root 3. I hope you're getting it. So what do we get? A as? A will be 4 root 3 into 3. That is 12 root 3. Right? Just correct me if I'm wrong. B will be, sorry, how can it be 4 root 3? I'm so stupid. So here it should be 4 into 3, that is 2 root 3. So B should be 2 root 3. So with that, A will be 3 into 2 root 3. That is 6 root 3. Correct me if I'm wrong. I hope these values are great. Step 3 not clear. Which step 3, Muskan? This one. I forget this 1 by a square. This is 1 by a square. I kept that 1 by a square outside. Then the next part is 1 upon a square plus x square is, I hope you remember, 1 upon a, tan inverse x upon a. I think I'm making a mistake here. I am making a mistake here. Yes, I think 1 upon a tan inverse x upon a. So I have written 1 upon a square. Okay, so there should be a correction with these values also. Let me do that correction here. Let me rewrite this part. Thank you so much for reminding that to me, Muskan. Thank you so much. Yes, there is a small correction. Thank you so much for highlighting that, Muskan. Here, first of all, 1 by a square is there outside. So I'll keep that 1 by a square outside times. Now pay attention to this part here. Forget this b square by a square. It is simply, let's say, written as k square. So this is 1 upon k square plus x square. That is what? 1 upon k. 1 upon k is 1 upon b by a. So this will be 1 upon b by a. That makes it a by b. Now, tan inverse x by a. What is x? X is t upon a. What is a? That is b by a. So t upon b by a. That will be at by b. Now give me a quick update on this. Everybody with me on this, all the participants. So there, this a and this a are cancelled, and there you are left with 1 upon ab. So this leaves you with 1 upon ab, and this t is nothing but what? Your 10x. So this is a 10x plus c. So that's the integration. So first of all, there is a small correction. Everybody got this, understood this part. Now with that, when I now do the comparison here, 1 upon ab is 12. Sorry, AB is 12. So AB we receive as 12. And A upon B is 3. A upon B is 3. Right, students? Everybody with me on this? I hope there is no confusion on that front now. And we are correct in terms of calculation as well, all the participants. So with that, I will say that some calculation is needed to be done. But with intuition also, you can say two numbers whose product should be 12 and division should be 3. Or I'll say that A is going to be 3B. I replace it here. So this is 3. B square is 12. So B we receive as 2. B we receive as 2, or B square. B will be then the maximum value of. So B is plus minus 2. Nothing wrong in that. B we receive as plus minus 2. And with that, when I try B as plus minus 2, A is plus minus 6. A is plus minus 6. Correct me if I'm wrong, all the participants. Everybody with me on this? Everybody. I hope you're comfortable with that. Now what are we asked? The maximum value of a sin x plus b cos x. So I hope you remember the maximum value of a sin x plus b cos x is under root over a square plus b square. So a square is what? 36. And b square is what? 4. So 36 plus 4 is 40. Root 40. Option A will be the correct answer. Just give me a quick update in the chat box. All the participants. Everybody understood this? Direct result 1 upon AB, tan inverse A upon B, tan x. Yes, Antoroy, that exactly. But mistakenly, I took it as A square by B square outside. Mistakenly. So I hope you'll take care of it. All the participants, yes. Root of A square plus B square, that's root 40 will be your final answer. Now from here, when I go ahead, again, another question from integration. How do we solve this one? Pay attention to this part. 10x upon 1 plus 10x plus 10 square x. Okay. This is given as this. I hope nobody is saying that, sir, again, go ahead with this differentiation of this. Please don't do that. Let's work on. Of course, you can do that. You can always do that. But maybe that will give you the answer or not. I'm not sure of that. But here again, differentiation will also take some time. Chain rule will get applied. So if I could simplify this result, I may get something decent out of it. So let me try and simplify this LHS. So here, numerator. The numerator I'm writing as 1 plus 10x plus of course 10 square x. But technically it was 10x only. So from this, if I'm subtracting 1 plus 10 square x, I hope you are comfortable with that. If I do this in the numerator, are you okay with this? Give me a quick update on that. This is your question now. Just give me an update on this. If I do that, sir, how can we eliminate options? I think by solving the question. Now, moving ahead with this, 1 plus 10x plus 10 square x. That is what I have written, but numerator had only 10x, so I removed 1 plus 10 square x from here. Everybody with me on this? Now, from here, what I do next is just hold on for a while. Give me a second. Didi, green tea. Now, from here, when I go ahead, I think I'll split it. I'll split this numerator into two parts, this upon this minus this upon this. So I hope you're getting it. This upon this will be 1. This upon this will be 1, which means this will be 1 dx. Correct me if I'm wrong. I hope no confusion on that. And this upon this, here if I write it as, so 1 plus 10 square x we know is sec square x. So if I write it as sec square x dx, in the denominator, we have 10 square x plus 10x plus 1. I hope most of you must have gotten this. Why did I do this? Everybody with me on this. So from here, now when I simplify this, I hope we have a very good result. This becomes x. This becomes x. I hope this is exactly that x only. So this gives you nx here minus. Now this part we need to work upon. So this part I am solving further here. If I take 10x as t, take 10x as t, so if I'm taking 10x as t here, I hope you're understanding sec square x dx will be dt. So dt upon t square plus t plus 1. So that integration is what we need to do. dt upon t square plus t plus 1. Can we convert it into a perfect square? Because when we do that, I think the job is done. So when I look for the conversion of this expression into a perfect square, t square plus t plus 1. Now a square plus b square plus 2ab. So here this t can I write as 2 into t into 1 by 2. But I hope you're understanding. There is a small catch. Just give me a moment, students. With that, there is a small correction here. Hold on for a while, students. Here, what do we have here? This had a 1 here, right? This had a 1 here. But what do we need? 1 by 2 square. So what I need is 1 by 2 square. So let me add a 1 by 2 square. But if I have added 1 by 2 square, which means I got to subtract 1 by 2 square, which is 1 by 4. And if I'm subtracting 1 by 4 from 1, it should be 3 by 4. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is everything still balanced? But with that, this becomes what? T plus 1 by 2 whole square. So this question becomes x minus integration of dt by. This is t plus 1 by 2 whole square. So this is t plus 1 by 2 whole square. And that is 3 by 4. Can I write 3 by 4 as root 3 by 2 whole square? Just give me a quick update on this. Everybody understood this, all the participants who all are watching this. So with that, this is again 1 upon x square plus a square kind of a form. Great. So with that 1 upon x square plus a square kind of a form, we know how to integrate it. We know the solution. We have done that in the last question only. So this will give you x minus. Again, I hope you remember, no partial fraction here. Simple, direct result. 1 upon a. So 1 upon a will be 1 upon root 3 by 2. So that is 2 by root 3. 10 inverse x upon a. What is x? X is your entire t plus 1 by 2. So this will be t plus 1 by 2 upon a. X upon a. I hope you are there. So x upon a. A is root 3 by 2. So that will be root 3 by 2 plus c, of course. Give me a quick update on this. Did you all get this? Now it's simply a matter of simplifying this, and with that we'll get the answer. So it is x minus 2 by root 3 stays outside. You cannot do much about that. This tan inverse also stays outside, but now this will be 2t plus 1. So in the numerator, it will be 2t plus 1. What was t? I think it was 10x. So 2t plus 1. So 2 10x plus 1 divided by root 3 plus c. Just give me a quick update on this. Now when we start comparing it, x minus k by root a. So I think it should be k. So k should be 2. Root a means what? A should be 3, right? With that, let me compare it. K 10x plus 1. So k 10x plus 1, yes, divided by again root a. So yes, it matches completely and totally with our expression. So we have gotten k and a. And if we have gotten k and a, that is again clearly nothing but what? 2 comma 3 will be our final answer. Everybody understood this, all the participants, everyone who's watching it. Did you all get this conclusion? Now from here, when I go ahead or move ahead, what do I get next as? Here is another question. Let us circle C. Let us circle C. Can we take a 10 minutes break? It is, I think, 7:10. Let us resume. Let us resume at 7:20. I hope you're comfortable with that. So let's take a 10 minutes break. You also take a break. And with that, we'll resume at 7:20. I hope it's fine. Just a 10 minutes break. Then we'll continue. So once again, hello, hi, and namaskar everyone. Just give me a quick update. Can you all hear me? I hope I'm clearly audible and visible to everyone. Visible I will be very soon, but I hope I'm clearly audible. Come back everyone who all have gone on a break. Come back everyone. So we are resuming with this session again. Let us get started with this session. What do we see here? So there is a circle of radius 1 closer to the origin. So closer to the origin. There could be a reason behind saying that. And if I start drawing it, so let's say this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis for a while. Great. Now, what am I told? That such that the lines passing through 3 comma 2 in parallel to the coordinate axis. So, okay. So, 3 comma 2 will be, of course, in the first quadrant. So, there are lines parallel to the axis. Okay. So, there is a line passing through, let's say, 3 comma 2. So, parallel to the x-axis. 3 comma 2, right? Where will I have 3 comma 2? So 3 comma 2, I'll take randomly somewhere. So let's say this is the point 3 comma 2. So 3 comma 2, right? So 2 would be somewhere here. 3 is there and 2 is there. So I think, I'm really sorry. With that, when I take, I hope it is not moved. Hold on for a while, students. When I take a replica of this, I think it will be 3 comma 2, right? So this will be 3 comma 2. I hope there is no confusion on here. So this point here is a point 3 comma 2, and this line is parallel to the x-axis. I hope you can see that. And this line over here is parallel to the y-axis. Comfortably understanding this, all the participants. Now, what am I told? There is a circle of radius 1 unit, okay, closer to the origin, which is touching these two lines. So if there is a circle which touches these two lines, which means what? So if there is a circle which touches these two lines, so that circle could have been either here. I hope you're understanding that circle could have been either here, but that is away from the origin. So if I'm taking a circle closer to the origin, can it not be this circle? I repeat my part. There is a circle of unit radius. There is a circle of unit radius which is closer to the origin, touches these two lines which are passing through 3 comma 2 and parallel to the axis. Would be this circle only. Everybody give me a quick confirmation on this. Will it not be the circle? I think somebody wrote the answer in the comment. That's brilliant, students. Now from here, what I say next is that here, then the shortest distance of this circle C from the point 5 comma 5. Okay, we'll work that out. Of course, first of all, let's talk about the center of this circle. So if I talk about the center of this circle, I hope you're realizing this point here is 3 comma 0, this point here is 0 comma 2, comfortably getting it, and this circle is having radius 1. So I'll move 1 unit back from 3 comma 0. So this point, this circle center, x coordinate here will be 2, and I'll move 1 point below, 1 unit below from the y-axis to get the y coordinate of its center. So it will be 2 minus 1. So that will be 2 comma 1. First of all, give me a quick update on this. How did I get this 2 comma 1? Because here 1 unit and 1 unit. This distance is also 1 unit. This distance is also 1 unit. So if I subtract 1 comma 1 from 3 comma 2, I'll get 2 comma 1, which is going to be the center of this circle. Of course, without any hesitation, most of you must say that, sir, 5 comma 5 could be somewhere here. 5 comma 5 could be somewhere here. Now, if I were to ask you the distance, shortest distance, of the circle C from this point 5 comma 5. So if this circle, let's say, has a center C, and if this point is P, then we know the shortest distance is distance between this center of the circle and P minus the radius of this circle. I hope you do remember that. Had it been the maximum distance, in that case, PC plus radius. So PC minus R will be the minimum distance, right? Minimum, shortest. So what is PC? 5 comma 5 from 2 comma 1. So it is under root over 5 minus 2, that's 3. 3 square is 9. 5 minus 1, that's 4. 4 square is 16. Correct me if I'm wrong. I hope you're getting it. 5 minus 2, that is 3. I think 5 minus 1, 4. So that is 5. Perfect. Minus the radius. The radius is 1. So I hope we have gotten the answer. 16, 9, 5, 25. That is 5. 5 minus 1 is 4. 4 is the minimum distance, which is option C. Everybody understood this. Everybody got this. All the participants who are seeing it right now. Whatever concerns, queries you have, you can keep them posted. Don't worry or hesitate about them. Hesitate in them. Now, this is again a very interesting question. Shortest distance based question. Whenever you see a question based on shortest distance, I hope you remember the only thing which we do here is that we talk about common normal, because along the common normal to both of the curves, we find the shortest distance. Saransh is saying, sir, this circle will cut the x-axis. Why? Why, Saransh? This will not, because it is having a radius 1. So 3 comma 2, 2 comma 1, it will not at all. Of course not. It may touch, it may It may touch, yes. I have not drawn it properly, so it may touch here because this y coordinate is 1 here. So since it is radius is 1, it may touch the x-axis, but it will not intersect. It will touch the x-axis. I haven't drawn it properly. Yes, I'm really sorry for that because I have drawn that circle. But yes, more proper image or figure would have been that this circle will touch the x-axis. Yes. Now from here, when I go ahead with this question, we were discussing that the parabola and this circle will have the sir shifted parabola question. Just do one, my help me. I am not understanding, Anshul. Repeat that question. Sir shifted parabola question. Just do one. I may help. I'm not getting your question. Just repeat it. Sir, was this these questions are from second season, second session JEE? Yes, these questions, the questions from the 2nd of April, we have already discussed yesterday. You can watch the analysis. But these are the questions which are the most probable questions, which are based on the predictions we have made. So if I now talk about this question here, there we have a circle first of all. So let's say this is the circle. And this circle, if I talk about its center is going to be, I hope you're understanding, there is no x, which means the x coordinate of center, the x coordinate of the center will be 0. Y coordinate of the center will be negative half of 12, which is minus 6. Everybody got this? Perfect. Now there is a parabola as well. I'm just randomly drawing it. So let's say there is a parabola. Y square is equals to 8x. So this could be the parabola. I'm just randomly taking it. It could be anywhere. I'm just randomly taking it. So on this parabola, y square is equals to 4 into 2 into x. If I were to take any parametrically, if I were to take any point parametrically, I would be taking it as 80 square comma 280. What is a? Sir, a is 2. So 80 square means what? I will be taking it as 2 t square comma 280. So 2 into 2, that is 4t. So this is that point. I hope everyone is comfortable with that. So let's say there is this point. Now on this point, if I were to take any normal. So if I wish to draw the normal, although you should be aware of the equation of the normal in the parametric form for this standard parabola y square is equal to 4x. But if you are not aware of this, then you can find it with the help of AOD. So whenever somebody says that tangent and normal are removed, then they are not, they are used in calculus. I hope they are not only used in calculus, but they are used in coordinate as well. You can see the live example over here. So with that, when I move ahead with this, what I say is that let's differentiate very quickly. So y square becomes 2y, y dash, and it will be 8. So y dash from here will be 8 by 2y, which is 4 by y. So y dash will be 4 upon y. Y is what? 4t. So it will be 4 upon 4t, that is 1 by t. That is your y dash. Y dash means what? The tangent of, the slope of the tangent. So if I take its reciprocal, I'll get the slope of the normal. So slope of the normal. So let me write slope of the normal, mn, will be negative reciprocal of this. So that's minus t. So now if I wish to write the equation of the normal, what would that be? Sir, y minus y1. So y minus 4t upon x minus x1. So that will be x minus 2t square is equal to m. What is m? Sir, m is minus t. Correct me if I'm wrong. Now what we know is that the shortest distance is always found along the common normal, which means this is the normal along with which if I'm getting the shortest distance, then this normal is going to be the normal to this circle as well. Are you getting it, everyone? All the participants, everyone, just give me a quick confirmation on this. If I am getting the shortest distance between this parabola and circle, then shortest distance is always found along the common normal. And if this is that common normal, slope y minus y1 x minus x1, so this is the equation of that common normal. In that case, that common normal will be a normal to the circle as well. And we know all the normals of the circle pass through the center of the circle. That's how you solve this. So the normal will all pass. That's brilliant, Saransh. That's exactly. Good. Yes, that's exactly what we are trying to do, Reshma. We are trying to make you solve these questions or practice these questions for the upcoming shifts of your JEE. That's exactly what we are trying to do here. So with that, when I go ahead, this curve here will be, this straight line here will get satisfied by 0 comma minus 6. So with that, x should be replaced by 0, y should be replaced by minus 6. So it should be minus 6 minus 4t divided by 0 minus 2t square is equal to minus t. Correct me if I'm wrong. So this minus are cancelled. Even 2 is cancelled. So this is 3 minus what? 3 minus what? 2t. Sorry, 3 plus 2t. This will be 3 plus 2t. And this minus t square goes to the other side, makes it what? Minus t cube. Everyone with me on this? Correct me if I'm wrong. Everyone with me on this, all the participants? This will be 3 plus 2t. This leaves with as, minus t square, which goes to the other side, makes it minus t cube. Now, when I solve this cubic, I am going to solve this on the other page. So here it is t cube plus 2t plus 3. So t cube plus 2t plus 3 is equal to 0. Let me check it again. T cube plus 2t plus 3, right? So if I replace t by 1, that doesn't work. But if I replace t by minus 1, will that do the job? Because t by minus 1 will not do the job, because here, I think that will do the job. Yes. So t by minus 1, when it is replaced, minus 1, minus 2 plus 3. So 1 minus 1 is 0. So t plus 1 will be one of the roots. Everyone getting it? T plus 1 will be one of the roots. So now let me try and factorize it. What else shall I get here? So to make it a t cube, I'll have a t square. So t square into t will give me t cube, but t square into 1 will give me a t square as well. But here I don't have a t square, I have a 2t. So let me first of all try and get rid of that t square. So I'll introduce a minus t here. With that minus t, what do I get? Minus t into t, that gives me a minus t square, so that vanishes. But with this minus t into 1, I get a minus t here. Sir, I don't need a minus t, we need 2t. So with that minus t, if I add a 3 here, 3t minus t will of course give me 2t, and 3 into 1 will give me 3. So this and this vanish, this 3t minus t gives you 2t. So this is exactly going to be the factor here. Now if I look at this other quadratic here, what will be its discriminant? Its discriminant will be b square, which is 1 minus 4ac. So it is negative, which means this quadratic does not have any real roots. So the only real root of this cubic will be minus 1. So we have gotten t is going to be minus 1. So if t is going to be minus 1, I hope you all are there. If t is going to be minus 1, this point on this parabola, along with which we are getting the shortest distance, is going to be minus 1 square is 1. So that is 2 comma minus 4. So now the question is simple, isn't it? The question is absolutely simple. Can you just help me with one more thing? The radius of this circle. So the radius of this circle is going to be under root over g square plus f square, that is 36, minus c, that is 35. That clearly gives you 1. Which means what? Now from this point, I need to find the shortest distance from this circle. We have done this question in the last question only. The same concept we have applied here. So if I could apply that same question, what do I get? Sir, distance of this center from this point minus its radius. If it is the maximum distance of this point from this center plus the radius. I hope you do remember that concept. So with that, if you are interested in the questions PDF, Rohit, we will be sharing it after the session on our WhatsApp channel. The link to our WhatsApp channel is given in the description, and there is a pinned comment as well, by clicking on which you can follow our WhatsApp channel, where you can access all of this at absolutely no cost. Now with that, here 2 comma minus 4, 0 comma minus 6. If I find that distance, 2 minus 0 is 2, 2 square is 4, minus 4 minus minus 6, that's again plus 2, 2 square is 4, inside and under root, minus the radius, which is 1. I hope everybody is getting that. Shortest distance, 4 plus 4 is 8. 4 plus 4 is 8. So 8 should be what? 2 root 2. So the answer should be 2 root 2 minus 1. But it is not giving me an integral value. Am I making any mistake? Because from 2 comma minus 4, 0 comma minus 6 is what? 2 square is 4. And minus 4 plus 6 is again what? 2, which is 4. I hope the points were great, because minus 1 we have found. So it was 2 minus 4. Just give me an update quickly, all the participants who are watching it sincerely. It is option 4. Where is the option 4? Achha, there are options. I thought it is an integer type. There are options. Option D will be the correct answer. I thought this is numerical answer type. Thank you so much, Shreya, S. Mary, Advait, and Roy. Great, great, great. Thank you so much for that. That's good. That's good, Mayuri. Thank you. Thank you, Shreya. That's good. Now, from there, when I go ahead with this, let's solve the next question for the day. The set of all values of A for which this equation has 3 distinct real roots is the interval alpha comma beta. Okay. So whenever you are given this category of questions, which part you did not understand, Burman? Now, from here, I'll solve this part, which I will write as 5x cube minus 15x is equal to A. Can I do so? So I'll be solving this part more properly. So let me call this as f of x and this as g of x. So technically, when we solve f of x is equals to gx, we draw their curves, we find their points of intersection. That gives us a solution update because my end, the screen has frozen. No, it's going great. So good. I think we can resume. Now from here, are we facing any fluctuation or problem here? स्क्रीन बार बार फ्रीज हो रही है यूट्यूब पे, यूट्यूब बार बार फ्रीज हो रहा है, कुछ दिक्कत तो नहीं है इंटरनेट की? Just give me a quick update, students. Am I clearly audible and visible, all the participants? I hope it is going great because at my end, the screen is getting frozen. So let me just refresh it. I hope I'm clearly audible and visible because at my end, I'm seeing some problem that this screen has frozen. Now fine, sir. Don't know. Okay, now it's okay now. Sir, was these questions from? Let's just see again. I hope it's working fine. Just give me a quick update. It's working great. Okay, great. Cool, cool. Perfect. So with that, okay, now moving ahead with this, what was I saying? That now there are two choices. Either I take f dash x and then so on, or otherwise, what I'll do is I will now take 5x common. So if I take 5x common, what I get is I get x square minus 3. Correct me if I'm wrong. If I take 5x common, I'll get x square minus 3. So of course, when you simplify this, you get 5x into x plus root 3 and x minus root 3. So through that, even without finding f dash x or f double dash x, you can very quickly write or draw the curve f of x. Everybody with me on this? 5x cube minus 15x. So you took 5x common, it leaves you with x square minus 3. And with that, 5x is outside, x plus root 3 and x minus root 3. Everybody got that? Now from here, when I go ahead here, let's try and plot this curve. If this curve is plotted, I hope you can clearly see. Of course, I'll need f dash x because I need maxima and minima. So with that, first of all, I hope you can see 0, minus root 3 and root 3. 0, minus root 3 and root 3. And of course, the coefficient of x cube is positive, which means it will be coming from minus infinity and going to infinity. So the curve here could be going like this. I'm really sorry. Why did I draw it like this? I'm really sorry. This curve will be passing through these certain points. So if I just create it in a more simpler manner, this will be coming like this, and then this will be going like this, and then this will be going like this. Right, students? So this is how the curvature of this curve f of x will look like. Everybody got this? Everybody understood this? All the participants? Or if I could draw it like this, I'll simply draw it like this, where I will take, let's say these are the 3 roots, and this here is going to be the y-axis. I hope you are now more comfortable with this curve. And here, without any hesitation or doubt, we all can see it very clearly. This will be minus root 3 comma 0. This will be plus root 3 comma 0. And this is your 0 comma 0. No confusion on that front. Although we don't need it, but if you want to be more precise, you could have done that. Now, what do we need? Here, I should go for this point and this point where I'll be seeing the maxima and minima. So instead of doing this, what I should have done was that I should have gone for f dash x. So f dash x is going to be 15x square minus 15. Correct me if I'm wrong. And with that, when I put it equal to 0, x square is 1, which means I get x as plus minus 1. So at plus 1 and minus 1, I'll get minima and maxima respectively. So this will be 1 comma 0 where I'm getting the minima, and this will be minus 1 comma 0 where I'm getting the maxima. So at 1, the value of this curve is going to be 5 minus 15, that's minus 10. So this value here is going to be minus 10. So it will be 0 comma minus 10. I hope you're getting it. This point, this point here. And here at 1, it will be at minus 1, it will be minus 15 plus 15. So that will be plus 10. So this point here will be 0 comma 10. So its minimum, local minima will be minus 10. Its local maxima will be plus 10. Everybody first of all understood this graph. Now let's go back to the question. What were we given in the question? This equation has 3 distinct real solutions. Distinct, mind you, distinct. Which means this is equal to A. So this A. Now A is clearly, what is g of x is equals to A? If I say g of x is equal to A, which means a constant function. So if there is a constant function, what does it mean? Give me a moment, students. What does it mean? It simply means that it will be a line parallel to the x-axis. Now, how many choices do I have? If I start drawing these lines, if I start plotting these lines parallel to x-axis, then I could draw it either here or here or here or here. But if I draw it somewhere here, I hope you are seeing the problem. It will be having two repeated roots and one distinct root. So two distinct roots with one repeated. I don't need that. So I will be needing a line which is there between minus 10 and 10. But can I include minus 10 and 10? No, because at minus 10, it will be having two roots repeated. So I hope you're understanding. If I talk about the values of A, they'll be from minus 10 to 10 and it will be an open interval. It will be an open interval. So I think with that, you do get the answer. Will you write the answer by yourself? Everybody got this, all the participants who are watching and understanding this. Okay, with that, when I go ahead or when I move ahead from here, let's solve this next question, which is going to be a really simple one. A line passes through origin and makes a very interesting and a very insightful question it is. And a very interesting question it is. Here, a line passes through the origin and makes equal angles with the positive coordinate axis. It intersects the line L1 and L2. When you pay attention to this, there is line L1 and L2 and 2x plus y, 4x plus 2y. So when I look at them, the ratios are same. 2 is to 4, 1 is to 2, 1 is to 2, which means these two lines are parallel, the lines L1 and L2. P is positive, great. At the points A and B, okay. So when somebody says that a line passes through the origin and makes equal angles with the positive coordinate axis, which means it is clearly going to be the line y is equals to x. Now, can you believe this? They make you waste your time by not just directly giving it as y is equals to x, but by checking your conceptual understanding by giving it like this. A line passing through origin, making equal angles with the positive axis. So y and x, positive y, positive x. So there will be only one line y is equals to x. It cannot be y is equals to minus x. Everybody with me on this, all the participants. Now, here, yes, these are from all the shifts of the previous year's questions they are, but the vector I'll be bringing Advait, don't worry, I will be bringing all the chapters, all the questions, the most probable questions we'll be doing here. Yes, these are the questions from all the shifts. Yes. Great. Now with that, when I go ahead with this, there are two lines. Let's say there is this line L1 and there is this line L2, right? And there is this line y is equals to x. I'm just assuming it like this. So there is this line y is equals to x. There is this line L1 and there is another line L2. And what are we told? That line L1 and L2 are parallel. I hope there is no confusion on that. Why am I saying so? Now with that, what am I told? What am I told? That this line intersects L1 and L2 at A and B. So let's say this is point A and this is point B. Comfortable, everyone? Now what are we told? Respectively, AB, this distance AB we are given as 9 by root 2. So that information I'll keep with myself. And the foot of the perpendicular from A on the line L2. So from A, I have dropped a perpendicular on the line L2. Okay, cool. So from A, if I have dropped a perpendicular on the line L2, and this foot is given by M. Okay. So what are we asked? It is AM upon BM. That is what we are asked. Now, here, AM upon BM. I hope you are understanding when somebody talks about AM upon BM. So if I call this angle as alpha for a while, can you help me with AM upon BM? Do you not think 10 alpha will be AM upon BM? 10 alpha will be AM upon BM. So this is such a simple and easy question. They have simply manipulated the language. If you are conceptually strong, you could crack it within seconds. Brilliant. That's good, students. So from here, so I have both the lines slope. So if I wish to find 10 alpha, I hope you remember the formula. 10 alpha here will be given by mod of m1 minus m2. So I hope you remember m1 minus m2 upon 1 plus m1 m2 I'll do here. All the participants listening, understanding and clearly getting it. So with that 10 alpha is what we need, is going to be m1. M1 is what? 1 minus 2, that is 3 divided by 1 plus minus 2, that is minus 1, but it is a mod, so it should be plus 3. So 10 alpha will be 3. Option D. That's brilliant. Some of you have already responded. That's great. I hope you all got it. I hope you all understood it. A lot of students are saying that. Let me just cross check it again. Lagging लिखा हुआ है comments. Now from here, when I move ahead with this, let's move ahead towards sir seeing gunshot to get 95 plus for all subjects. Yes, Siddharth, you should. Now from here, let's solve this question. The next question here. Let ABC be the triangle such that the equations of the line AB and AC be this and this respectively, and the points B and C lie on the x-axis. Okay, great. So here, pay attention to that. there is a line AB, there is a line AC. Okay, so there is a line AB and there is a line AC. So let me just take them like this. Let's say there is a line AB and AC. So of course this will be A, and here you are having B and C. So here this is your AB, right? This is the line AB. So this is the line AB. Pay attention to that. And this is the line AC. So this is AC. Just writing it so that I don't get confused. And the points B and C lie on the x-axis. That's the best part. Now pay attention to this. This is your line AB. So if B and C are lying on the x-axis, which means this BC is y is equals to 0. So for B and C, the y coordinate, for B and C both, the y coordinate will be 0. So in AB, if I replace y by 0, I get B. So in AB, if I replace y by 0, I get x coordinate, which is going to be minus 2. So here, it will be minus 2 comma 0. Everybody getting this? And in AC, if I replace y by 0, I get the x coordinate. It will be 2 of point C. Everybody got this? All the participants. Everybody with me on this? You can rewatch that part. You can rewatch that part in this video. I think with this now, what are we asked? We can find, of course, A as well. No problem with that. But what are we told? That, sir, P is the orthocenter of this triangle ABC. First of all, give me a quick update here. The slope of this line AB, right? The slope of this line AC, that we know. Now, what are we interested in? Sir, we are interested in this orthocenter here. Now, if I am interested in the orthocenter, let's say from B, I am dropping a perpendicular here on this AC. Let's say this is the perpendicular. And from A, I am dropping a perpendicular. I am dropping a perpendicular on BC. I hope no confusion on that. So this point of intersection of these two will be P. First of all, give me a quick update on this. Everybody got this? Everybody understood this? Now, one thing is clear. One thing is clear. If this is x-axis and there is a line which is perpendicular to the x-axis, that means this line will be parallel to the y-axis. That means this line will be parallel to the y-axis. So if by some means I could crack A, the y-coordinate of A will be the y-coordinate of P. Just give me a quick update on this. Are you getting this part? All the participants. So from here, let me solve these two lines. 3y minus x is equal to 2, and the other line is y plus x is equals to 2. If I add them, 4y is equals to 4, which means y will be 1. Y will be 1 means A will have y coordinate as 1, which means P will also have a y coordinate as 1, because this AP is parallel to the y-axis, because it is perpendicular to the x-axis. Everybody getting this? So the orthocenter's y coordinate we have cracked. All we need is the x coordinate. Now, here, how do I do it? Can you help me with the slope of AC? Sir, the slope of AC is clearly minus 1 upon 1, that is minus 1. So slope of AC, mind you students, is minus 1. So if slope of AC is minus 1, slope of BP, I hope you can see that, slope of BP will be plus 1, because BP and AC are perpendicular. So I repeat, slope of BP will be plus 1. Everybody listening and understanding this? So can I write the equation? Of BP? I can, because I have a point lying on it and I have the slope of it. So equation of BP I'll be writing as y minus y1, which is 0, upon x minus x1, which is x plus 2, is equal to slope, which is 1. This is the equation of BP. But on BP, there is point P, which has y coordinate is 1. So if I replace this y by 1, I think I'll get x. So here, y I'm replacing by 1, x plus 2 goes to the other side, it becomes x plus 2. So x becomes what? Minus 1. I hope you all got this. So x becomes minus 1 means what? We have gotten the coordinates of P. Yes, straight and circle lines are easiest, Reshma, and with that you do remember that even parabola, ellipse and hyperbola are also the easiest. The formulae get a little trickier or more complicated, but still the questions are easy, doable if you know the formulae. So revise the formulae. Even in a lot of videos of ours, we have made you revise the formulae in a straightforward manner. Just visit those videos, go through those videos. A lot of videos are there. So what are we asked? The area of the triangle PBC. I hope it's easy. Stair method I'll use. Half of modulus of stair of. I'll begin with minus 2, 0. Then I'll use minus 1, 1. Then 2, 0. Then minus 2, 0. I hope you do remember this stair method for finding the area of any polygon. So this will be half outside, then modulus of minus 2, then 0, then 0, then plus, then again minus 2, then 0, then 0. So it will be minus 4, 4, 4 by 2 is 2. So your answer will be 2. Am I making any mistake here? Am I making any mistake here? Minus 2 comma 0, minus 1 comma 1, then 2 comma 0, then minus 2 comma 0. So minus 2 into 1 is minus 2, then 0, then 0, then minus 2. It should be 4 by 2. The answer should be 2. Answer should be 2. So why are we not given it in the options? Anybody? Anybody? Am I making any mistake here? All the participants, do tell me. I think we have gotten the correct coordinates of P, right? Then where am I making the mistake here? Am I doing anything wrong with the calculation? Are we getting the coordinate of P correctly? Because slope of BP will be perpendicular. Slope of AC was minus 1. So BP will be what? Plus 1. So with that, y minus 0 upon what? X plus 2 will be 1. But we knew that y is 1. This was 1. So x plus 2 is 1. So x is minus 1. So even coordinates of P are also right. Anyone willing to write where sir orthocenter be the midpoint? No, orthocenter is not the midpoint. That is median. Orthocenter is here, the point of intersection of the altitudes. So I think the formula is also fine. The triangle's area PBC. So we have taken P, we have taken B minus 2 comma 0, then P, then this, then this. So minus 2 comma 0, minus 1 comma 1, 2 comma 0, and then again minus 2 comma 0. Half in mod I'll take. So minus 2 into 1 is minus 2. This is 0. This is 0. This is again minus 2. This is 0. This is 0. So the answer will be 2. Answer will be 2. Answer will be 2. I hope you got this. I think there is some correction. But if you do see anything in terms of calculation, do write in the comment box. Otherwise, the answer will be 2. I think answer will be 2. Now from here, let us move ahead towards the next question. This is again a simple question, a very decent, a very straightforward question. I hope this question you can solve by simply, no, midpoint of BC will not be the answer, Advait. Why are you interested in taking the midpoint of BC? Why are you saying that this is the midpoint of BC? No, please understand, this feet is not the midpoint of BC. That is true for the median. This is the altitude. So x coordinate of P will be 1. X coordinate of P will be 1. Why? Why, Harshit? Check it again. Let's say the equation of BP I'm writing, that will be y minus 0 upon x minus minus 2, x plus 2 is equal to slope. So if I'm replacing y by 1, x plus 2 turns out to be 1, x is minus 1. No, we are going right. So I think there is some correction. How many questions have you completed so far, sir? I haven't calculated them, but I have completed some decent number of questions, I think so. With this question, I hope you remember some standard limits if I ask you to do. I hope you remember 10x upon x when x approaches 0. Or even when x approaches 0, log of 1 plus x upon x. This same x approaches 0 is there, right? And even e to the power x minus 1 upon x. Again, same x approaches 0. And even tan inverse x upon x when that x approaches 0. With all these limits, we know the value is 1. With all these limits, we know the value is 1. So that same logic I'll use here. I hope you're understanding. So here, to make it look like that, I'll have 10 of this upon that. I hope if you are having 5 into x to the power 1 by 3 in the denominator, you got to multiply it by there. So can I directly replace it by 5x to the power 1 by 3 here? Because 10 of this upon this will become 1. But to have that in the denominator, I'll multiply it here. So can I directly do that substitution? Right. With that, what I do next is log of 1 plus something upon that something I need. So that something, if I need that something, I'll let multiply it by. So that this log of 1 plus something upon something will approach 1. But that something will get introduced here. So this will be 3x square in the numerator. Are you understanding how am I directly substituting these values instead of wasting much time in simplifying this? Harshit Rai is saying, sir, x is parallel to y. Then the abscissa will be same as that of a. Yes, Harshit, I made that mistake. Thank you so much. Such a silly mistake I'm committed. I'm really sorry. So we got y coordinate as 1. And this is the line AB. Thank you so much for that correction. So if I replace y by 1, if I replace y by 1, it will be minus x is equal to 2 minus 3, that is minus 1. So x will be 1. X will also be 1. So with that, let me make that correction here. I'm really sorry, and thank you so much for making that correction, Harshit. And thank you so much for noticing such minute details. That's a very good observation. And I was in so much rush that I mistakenly take the y coordinate same. Thank you so much for that. So here, since it is parallel to the y-axis, x coordinate will be same. Yes, Jatin, thank you so much for that correction. So x coordinate will be 1. Thank you so much. And with that, now when I write the equation of BP, it will be y minus 0 upon x minus minus 2 should be 1. So we know x is 1, so y will be 3. X is 1, then y will be 3. So now the points are going to be, I'll take it as minus 2, 0. Then of course 1 and 3, then of course 2, 0, and then of course minus 2, 0. It's stair and then it's magnitudes or modulus, not magnitude, modulus. So 2 into 3, that's 6, minus 6, then 0, then 0, then 2 into 3 is again 6, but it is minus 6 now. So this is again 0 and 0. So this is what we have. So 12 upon 2, that is 6, and I think option D. Correct. Great. Thank you so much for that correction, Harshit. That's good, students. Yes. Brilliant. Now from here, when I go back to the question we were discussing here, it is again going to be this, but pay attention to this. There is a square over here. So when you divide it by 3 root x, you got to multiply it by 3 root x, but that will be squared. So there you will have 9x. Are you getting it? Because 3 root x when squared gives you 9x. I hope you got that. Here, e to the power something minus 1. So upon that something is needed so that it becomes 1. But to have that, I'll multiply it by something. So I'll multiply it by this, which is 5x to the power 4 by 3. And there, again, limit x is approaching 0 from the right hand side. I hope no confusion on that. Everybody with me on this, all the participants. Now in the numerator, as we can see, 1 by 3 plus 2. That is clearly 7 by 3. So in the numerator, the power of x is 7 by 3. What about the denominator? It is 4 by 3 plus 1. That is again 7 by 3. So the numerator and denominator has power of x as same. So this are cancelled. So you are left with 3, 9, 5, 5. So 5 and 5 are cancelled. 3, 9. 3, 9. So 3 gives you 3 here. So your answer will be 1 by 3. Such an easy, such a simple question if you simply know to apply limits in a proper manner. Yes. Great, students. Now with that from here, what I'll do is, let's move towards the next question. This one, a simple one, a straightforward one. This category of questions, they ask you, how do we solve this one? Can you help me with the answer to this question? Sine inverse of sine 5, cos inverse of cos 5. I hope you do remember. So the problem here is that it should lie between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. And if I wish to nullify cos inverse by cos, it should lie between 0 to pi. So here, let me try and bring something here into the picture. We know pi is approximately 3.14. So what will be 2 pi? So 2 pi, we all know, we have these at our fingertips. It will be approximately 6.28. So if I subtract, let's say 5 from it, so what will be the value? What will be the difference between 2 pi and 5? The absolute difference. So 6.28 minus 5 will be 1.28. Now, if I ask you two more things, can you help me with pi by 2 and minus pi by 2? So pi by 2 we all know is half of this. So 3.14 has half what? 1.57, I think. 1.57 because 300 is 150, then 7. So 1.57. So I think 2 pi minus 5 will do the job. Now it's simply a matter of taking it correctly, because either it will be 2 pi minus 5 or 5 minus 2 pi. I'll take it accordingly. But I hope you got this. This is going to be the matter of discussion, because here 2 pi minus 5 is 1.28. So 1.28 lies between minus 1.57 to plus 1.57. So this will do our job. And this is 1.28, which lies between 0 to pi as well. 0 to pi means 0 to 3.14. Everybody got this? All the participants? From here, can I move ahead with this? Now with that, when I now talk about this and this, I think it's simply a matter of simplification. So how do I now simplify this? Let's work on that result. Pay attention to that part. A is given as sine inverse of sine 5. Now, how do I write this 5? This is plus 5. Pay attention to that. And we are taking it as 2 pi minus 5. So if I'm taking it as 2 pi minus 5, I can, but can I write it as 5 minus 2 pi plus 2 pi here? I hope you got this. I hope everybody got this. I hope everybody with me on this. Can I say so? All I have done is 5 was already there. I have subtracted 2 pi and added 2 pi. So there, instead of getting a 2 pi minus 5, I'm getting it as 5 minus 2 pi. So this result can I write as 2 pi plus 5 minus 2 pi. I hope you all are comfortable with whatever I've done so far. Everybody with me on this, or shall I repeat this part? All I'm saying is sine inverse of sine 2 pi plus something, because this 2 pi and 2 pi cancel this, so this still remains same. Now from here, I hope you can make a lot of sense in this expression that sine of 2 pi plus theta. 2 pi means positive x-axis. If you move it above, it will be in the first quadrant. So first quadrant means what? It is positive. So it will be positive. So it will be opening as, I hope you're understanding, A will be opening as sine inverse of sine of 5 minus 2 pi. Correct me if I'm wrong, all the participants. Everybody with me on this. Now from here, I know that 5 minus 2 pi is minus 1.28. I repeat, all I'm saying is 5 minus 2 pi is what? Minus 1.28, and that is clearly greater than minus pi by 2 and less than pi by 2. So if something lies between minus pi by 2 and pi by 2, then I can, if sine inverse of sine x is taken, then I can write it as x. Only condition is that that x should lie between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. That is happening. So with that, I will say that A here will be 5 minus 2 pi. Luckily, B will also be either 5 minus 2 pi or 2 pi minus 5. And technically, we need A square plus B square. So you need not evaluate B. B will be either 5 minus 2 pi or 2 pi minus 5. But since we need B square, I don't have to calculate it. Even if you're getting confused, I'll do it for you. But first of all, give me a quick update on this. Everybody understanding this part so far? No confusion on that. Now from here, let's work on B. I think we have A. A we have cracked as 5 minus 2 pi. Everybody got this? I hope there is no confusion on that. Now let's start working on B. B, we are given as cos inverse of cos of 5. Now with this 5 also, can I do this one thing? Plus 2 pi and minus 2 pi. I hope that work or that task doesn't matter. Everyone is comfortably understanding this. But here, I don't want it to be minus 1.28. So what I want it to be is, sir, we want it to be plus 1.28, because for cos we know, I hope you remember, cos inverse of cos x is x for all x which are from 0 to pi. So I cannot keep it or have it negative. I hope you all are listening and understanding that. So with that, if I wish to write it as cos inverse of, pay attention to that part, I'm willing to have it as 2 pi minus 5. Can I have it as 2 pi minus 5? Yes. 2 pi I keep as it is, minus, can I keep it as 2 pi minus 5 like this? I hope you are understanding it. Because with this, 2 pi and 2 pi are cancelled, you are again left with 5. But now with that, what I have is 2 pi minus. So 2 pi is positive x-axis, minus means fourth quadrant. In fourth quadrant, cos is positive. So ratio doesn't change, but it becomes cos inverse of cos of 2 pi minus 5. Everybody with me on this, all the participants. Now pay attention to this part. Cos inverse cos of 2 pi minus 5. And 2 pi minus 5 is 1.28. And we clearly know that 1.28 clearly lies between 0 to pi. So if 1.28 lies between 0 to pi, cos inverse can nullify this cos, and there I get B as 2 pi minus 5. This is exactly what I was saying. It will be either 5 minus 2 pi or 2 pi minus 5. It cannot be 5 minus 2 pi, otherwise it will be negative. So it will be 2 pi minus 5. So B we have received as 2 pi minus 5. But now when I square either A square or B square, it will be same. Because A square and B square will be same. I hope you're getting it. So with that, when I move ahead or when I do this calculation, I hope you're understanding. What is A square? That same will be B square. So 5 minus 2 pi square plus 5 minus 2 pi square. So double of it. So all I need to do is simplify this. So double of 5 square is 25. 2 pi square is 4 pi square. And then you have 5 into 10 minus 20 pi. Correct me if I'm wrong. So your answer will be 8 pi square minus 40 pi plus 50, option B. Everybody got this? Was it not simple, easy and doable? No option A, Advait, option B. Why are you not getting it? Since they are same, if they are squared, it will not be option A, it will be option B. All the participants. Get it? Great, great. So with that, when I move ahead towards the next question, what do we see? This is again a simple question. We are given cot alpha, we are given sec beta, we are given alpha between this, we are given beta between this. So if I simply talk about alpha, pi to 3 pi by 2, that means what? I think it is third quadrant. I'm just writing it like this. And pi by 2 to pi, that is clearly second quadrant. I hope no confusion on that. Value of 10 alpha plus beta is what? Asked. So value of 10 alpha plus beta we know will be 10 alpha plus 10 beta upon 1 minus 10 alpha 10 beta. So I now need 10 alpha and 10 beta. So I did square minus b. Advait, okay. But option B will be the correct answer. Now from here, what I'll say is that we need to crack 10 alpha and 10 beta. So once we crack 10 alpha and 10 beta, the job is done. I hope you are getting it. So with that, when I move ahead with this conclusion, what do we have here? First of all, if cot alpha is 1, do you not say that 10 alpha is also 1? Second conclusion. Third quadrant, so 10 and cot both are positive. So 10 alpha is 1. That part is sorted. So my expression will be 1 plus something upon 1 minus something. Now let's work on tan beta because that will be our final answer. So 10 beta. We are given sec beta. We are given sec beta. Let's forget that sign. That sign I'll work out later. That's not a matter of concern for us. Because here, what I'm saying is that sec beta, sec means what? This is second quadrant. Sec and cos are negative there because sine is positive there. So it is negative. So if I'm writing 10 beta, that will also be negative. So sec is what? Sec is base upon hypotenuse. So this will be 5 and this will be 3. I hope no confusion on that. So it should be what? Am I making any mistake here? Because base cannot be greater than this. I'm really sorry. I took it as cos. I'm really sorry. It should be hypotenuse upon base. So hypotenuse is 5 and the base is 3. I'm really sorry. I took it as cos beta, right? Now from here, what I do is we need 10. But before that, 25 minus 9. I hope no confusion on that. So 25 minus 9, that gives you what? 5 and 3, that is 17. Correct me if I'm wrong. So root 17 is what you get because 25, 5, that is 20. And then 9 is what I'm doing, right? So I'm really sorry. It should be 16. So it should be 16. Where am I? 3, 4, 5 Pythagorean triplet. Where is my focus? I'm really sorry for that. So I hope this will be 3, 4, 5. With 3, 4, 5, what do we need? We need 10 beta. So 10 beta will be 4 by 3. But I hope everybody is understanding it will be minus 4 by 3 because beta is in the second quadrant. So it should be minus 4 by 3. If it is minus 4 by 3, so this will be minus 4 by 3 and this will be plus 4 by 3. This is going to be the answer. I hope it's simply a matter of simplifying this. So this will be 3 minus 4. It is minus 1. This will be 3 plus 4. It is 7. 3 is there. So minus 1 by 7 will be the answer. Minus 1 by 7 will be the answer. So either option A or option D. Now let's work it out. Whether fourth quadrant or first quadrant. Let's talk about that result as well. Now pay attention to this part. Alpha plus beta. Now if I add both of these inequalities, pi plus pi by 2. I hope no confusion on that. Pi plus pi by 2 is 3 pi by 2. I hope there is no confusion on that. Pi plus pi by 2 is 3 pi by 2. In between, we will have alpha plus beta. And there what I have is 3 pi by 2 plus pi, that is 3 pi plus 2 pi, 5 pi by 2, that is 5 pi by 2. Everybody with me on this? So alpha plus beta as per our calculation with these inequalities is attained between 3 pi by 2 to 5 pi by 2, which means what? This part, which means either it is the fourth quadrant or first quadrant. Either it is the fourth quadrant or first quadrant. But now pay attention to that. We have gotten 10 alpha plus beta to be negative. If we receive 10 of alpha plus beta to be negative, is 10 alpha plus beta going to be negative in the first quadrant? No. So 10 alpha plus beta, where alpha plus beta is 10 alpha plus beta is found to be negative, then of course alpha plus beta cannot be in the first quadrant, which means alpha plus beta is definitely in the fourth quadrant. Alpha plus beta is definitely in the fourth quadrant. So this is wrong. This is correct. Give me a quick update on this. Everybody got this? Everybody understood this? All the participants. Can we move ahead from here? Can I go ahead from here? Everybody. Now from here, let's solve the next question. The number of solutions of this equation. Okay, so how do we solve this? This I keep as it is. 4 minus root 3 times whole of sin x. I don't touch it. This is 2 root 3 cos square x, I'll try to convert it into a sine. So cos square x I write as 1 minus sine square x. I hope you are comfortable with that if I do so. And there if I rationalize it, so it is minus 4 divided by 1 plus root 3. 1 plus root 3. So root 3 minus 1 will be better, or 1 minus root 3. Let's try this. 1 minus root 3 if I'm trying here in the numerator. Let me try 1 minus root 3 in the denominator. Let me see what changes does it bring. So in the denominator, 1 plus root 3, 1 minus root 3, that's 1 minus 3. So that's minus 2. So in the denominator is minus 2. Minus 2 minus 4 is plus 2. So it is 2 times 1 minus root 3, right? That is what we get here. Quickly, everyone. Everybody with me on this? All the participants? Great. Great. With that, now when I go ahead from here, what I see next is, I think I now need the simplification. So when I start simplifying it, can I take anything common? No. So far, nothing seems sorted. So let's start simplifying it. Simplification will take some time. So 2 root 3. For a while, sine x, can I take as s for a while? So sine x, I'll write as s to save some time. So here, I'll begin with this part. Which part? I'll take first of all this, or I'll start doing it straight away. Okay, so this will be 4 sine x minus root 3 sine x. 4 sine x minus root 3 sine x. Because I am interested more in simplifying this. Shall I do this or like that? Let me do this. Then it will be minus 2 root 3. Then it will be plus 2 root 3 sine square x. This will be minus 2 and this will be plus 2 root 3 is equal to 0. Correct me if I'm wrong. 4 sine x minus root 3 sine x minus 2 root 3 plus 2 root 3 sine square x minus 2 plus 2 root 3. Now let's look at the simplified part. What do I get now? I think this 2 root 3 and this 2 root 3 are cancelled. Apart from that, am I getting anything else? No. So I think we should have kept it simple. So here, I'll begin with this. This is 2 root 3 sine square x. Everybody getting that? Then terms in sine are these only. So this is 4 minus root 3 sine x. So it is 4 minus root 3 times sine x. 4 minus root 3 times sine x. I have written these two terms as well. And there the constant term is going to be minus 2 only. So minus 2 is equal to 0. Give me a quick update on this. Everybody got this? Now there is no going back. I have removed that. So correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. So pressure is on peak. Good. We have always discussed this part that diamond is nothing but a piece of charcoal which handled pressure exceptionally well. So you all are pieces of charcoal which are going to perform exceptionally well in that examination pressure and come out as diamonds, right? I'm hoping so. And whatever you come out as, you'll be stronger. You will be more better. Yes, because you will be more prepared. And even if you fail, we all know, of course, I'm not preparing you to fail, but if you fail, then also we should be prepared. Fail means if you don't get what you're expecting. In that case, remember that dialogue from the movie Batman. Why do we fall? Because so that we can learn to pick ourselves up, right? Here. Now, if I try splitting the middle term, can I do so? So 2 root 3 into minus 2, so that is minus 4 root 3. And I think it is already given in the splitted form. So if I write it as, 4 sine x, let me do it again. 2 root 3 sine square x, 2 root 3 sine square x plus 4 sine x minus root 3 sine x minus 2 is equal to 0. It is already sorted. It is already given in the splitted form, because if you take 2 sine x common here, so what you're taking is, you're taking 2 sine x common. So I'll get something. So when you take 2 sine x common, you're left with root 3 sine x. And 2 sine x you have taken common, so it is plus 2. But if I am taking something common from here, root 3 sine x plus 2, if I want to make it, I'll take minus 1 common from here. This will be minus 1 is equal to 0. So two things I get. I get sine x as either 1 by 2 or minus 2 by root 3. Correct me if I'm wrong. Sine x I get as either 1 by 2 or minus 2 by root 3. Can it be minus 2 by root 3? Because minus 2 upon 1.732, no, because it will be less than minus 1. So this option is clearly discarded. It is not valid. So with that, this is what we get, sine x as 1 by 2. All the participants with me on this. Great. Now with that, what I do or say next is, if sin x is 1 by 2, I want to check its solution from minus 2 pi to pi by 5 pi by 2. So simply draw the graph. Instead of looking for the general solutions, I'll still suggest draw the graph, because graph is more better. So here if I draw this graph, here if I draw this graph, I am now talking about which range. So I hope you are understanding. This is 0, this is pi, this is 2 pi. So I think this is minus pi and this is minus 2 pi. So I got to stop here. This is minus 2 pi. And there what? 0, this is pi, this is 2 pi. Where are we taking it? 5 pi by 2. So 5 pi by 2 is pi by 2 ahead of this. So this is your point. This peak is your point where it is 5 pi by 2. Because pi by 2 plus 2, pi by 2 plus 2 pi is 5 by 2. 2.5 it is technically. So with that, now if I talk about x is equals to 1, y is equals to 1 by 2, so it is exactly in between here. So here if I now start calculating the number of intersections, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So how many solutions? 5, option D. Everybody understood this solution, all the participants. Just give me a quick update on this. Everybody getting, how are we getting this final answer? All the participants, can I move ahead from here? Now let's solve the next question. Again, a simple question, easy question, straightforward question. Yes, this category of questions also are asked. So 50 factorial 3 to power 5. So I'll say 50 by 3. How much is it? Just look at the GIF of it. So 17 we get usually with 17 into 3. So it will be 16. Now divide 16 by 3. So that is 5 because 3 into 5. Now divide 5 by 3. That is 1. So your answer will be 16 plus 5, that is 21, plus 1, that is 22. Did you understand this or shall I redo it? Just write it in the comment box. If needed, I'll redo it. All I'm doing is, I hope you remember the process. 50 needs to be divided by 3. Take its GIF. It is found to be 16. Then divide this 16 by 3 again. 16 by 3 is again 5. Take its GIF. 5 when divided by 3 gives you 1. Take that GIF and that's the answer, because after this you'll start getting 0. Great. So from here, when I go ahead, that's brilliant, Jatin. That's good. So I'm hoping that a lot of students are the sincere ones. I have done it again. Don't worry about that. So with that, from a group of 7 batsmen and 6 bowlers. So there are 7 batsmen and 6 bowlers. So 7 batsmen and 6 bowlers. Okay. 10 players are to be chosen. So they are total 7 plus 6, 13. I need to choose 10 players. Okay. So 10 players are to be chosen for a team, which should include at least 4 batsmen. So there is condition for at least 4. So batsmen could be 4 or more. Okay. And at least 4 bowlers. So bowlers could also be 4 or more. Okay. So I'll create those combinations. Not a tough task. 1 batsman and 1 bowler who are captain and vice captain respectively of the team should be included. So I hope you're understanding. Out of these 7 batsmen, 1 batsman is already included. So now I hope you're understanding. Pay attention to that part. Where I was making a team of 10 players, when I was making a team of 10 players, one captain and vice captain is already chosen. So now I'll be forming a team of 8 players. And captain is batsman, vice captain is a bowler, which means I have already taken 1 batsman and 1 bowler. So there I got to choose now at least 3 batsmen and at least 3 bowlers out of 6 remaining batsmen and 5 remaining bowlers. Did you understand how did I change this data? Are you all participants? Give me a quick update on this. Did you all get this or shall I repeat this part? All the participants. Now from here, what I do next is I simply will create cases. So case 1, at least 3 batsmen. So let's have 3 batsmen. So when I have 3 batsmen out of 6 batsmen, that can be done in 63 ways. But how many players do I need? I still need 8 players. So 3 batsmen are there. I need 5 bowlers. Can I have 5 bowlers? Yes. So out of 5 bowlers, 5 bowlers can be chosen in 5C5 ways. Or now the second case, at least 3 batsmen we have chosen, exactly 3. Now let's talk about exactly 4 batsmen. So out of 6 batsmen, exactly 4 batsmen can be chosen in 64 ways. I need to form a team of 8. So 4 are batsmen. So remaining 4 will be bowlers. So remaining 4 bowlers can be chosen. Out of these 5 can be done in 5C4 ways. So it should be 5C4. Or can I go for 5 batsmen? Let's try and do that. So if I go for 5 batsmen, out of 6 batsmen, it can be chosen in 65 ways. In that case, team of 8 is needed to be made. 5 are already chosen, so 3 will be chosen. So those 3 will be the ballers. So out of 5 ballers, 3 ballers can be chosen in 5C3 ways. If I increase the number of batsmen now, the ballers will be less than 3. Because when 6 batsmen are being chosen, ballers will be 2, and that condition should not be considered because number of minimum ballers is 3. So I should stop here. Now I hope you know how to simplify this. 6C3, 6C5, 5C5, you all know how to do it. Shall I teach you to do this, or will you do this by yourself? All the participants, just give me a quick update on this. Everybody understanding, listening and getting this. Can I move ahead from here? Just give me a quick update on this. Let me just have some water and then we'll resume in a while. Will that be okay? Give me a moment. By the time I am showing you this, you try and solve this question, all the participants. Jatin, that case is already considered. When you're saying that a case of captain and vice captain, they are already selected. Because there is a fixed guy who's a captain, there is a fixed guy who's a vice captain. So they are already selected, they are already chosen, and they can be chosen in only one way. Because there is only one captain, there is only one vice captain, they are chosen. So that can be done in only one way, exactly one way. So into one, but that doesn't matter. Now let's talk about this question. The number of ways in which letters A, B, C, D, E. So there are 5 letters. There are 5 letters can be placed in 8 boxes. Okay, 3, 3, 2. Okay. So that no row remains empty. And at most one letter can be placed in a box. So in one box, we can have only one letter. Okay. And now what I do here is, I'll simply tell you one thing, that what you do here is a simple task, which means, can we talk about the cases which will be created when I don't put a constraint? Let's say there is no condition. Let's say the question is that in these 8 boxes, these 5 letters are to be put. And the condition is that in one box, one letter would be there. So what will I say? I'll say out of these 8 boxes, choose 5 boxes. Out of these 8 boxes, choose 5 boxes. And then in those 5 boxes, arrange those 5 letters, which can be done in 5 factorial ways. Everybody getting this? But this is the total cases. Now, please understand, when I have 5 letters, what would happen? Sir, when you have 5 letters, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, in that case, you may have a case when the third row is empty. Or 5 letters could be filled in this way when you have second row remaining empty. Or you may have the third case when the first row is absolutely empty with these 5 letters filled in third and second row. Which means out of these total cases, if I remove or subtract the cases when first row is empty, or when the second row is empty, or the third row is empty, then I think I'll get those cases only when none of the rows are empty. Because in any of the cases, you cannot have a scenario when 2 of the rows are empty. You cannot make it happen. Of course, there are 5 letters. So if 5 letters are to be pushed, now 2 letters, if I'm going to push further after these 3 letters, I'll push them either here or 1 here. So even if I try to make 2 rows empty, that cannot happen. With this configuration, it cannot happen. So the only choice is out of total, if you remove these 3 cases, you'll be left with those cases when none of the rows is empty. First of all, give me a quick update on this. Everybody understood this logic. So with that, if I now subtract this case, let's say when first row is empty, the case when first row is empty. So how many choices I have? Sir, I have 5 boxes. So 5 letters in 5 boxes can be arranged in 5 into 5 factorial ways, which is simply 5 factorial ways. Second case, when the second row is empty. So when the second row is empty, 5 boxes, first and third, and 5 letters. So that is again 5C5 into 5 factorial ways. The third case, when the third row is empty. So now I have 6 boxes, pay attention, And in those 6 boxes, 5 boxes can be chosen in 65 ways, and then they can be arranged in 5 factorial ways. So 5 factorial stays outside. You will be left with 8c5 minus 5c5, c5c5, that is 1. So 1, 1, 2 minus 6c5, that is 6c1, that is 6 into 5 factorial will be your answer. Will you do that by yourself? Just do write in the comment box. Or do you need my response? I hope it is comfortably understandable. All the participants, can I move ahead from here? 8c5, it is 8c3. You calculate it, subtract 8 from it, and multiply it by 5 factorial, which is 120, and it will be your final answer. Can I move ahead from here? Now, when I go ahead from here, this is your next question. Again, a very interesting one. A is a set, B is a set, then the number of many one functions such that 1 belongs to f of A. Please understand, there is a set A which has elements 1, 2, 3, 4. There is a set B which has elements 1, 4, 9 and 16. Now pay attention to this part. Can you first of all help me with the number of mappings? With the number of all possible functions. I'm not concerned about one or many one. Just tell me how many functions will be there. So sir, basic permutation and combination. 1 has 4 choices either here or here or here or here. Similarly, 2 has 4 choices here or here or here or here. 3 also has 4 choices, 4 also has 4 choices. So total number of functions will be 4 to the power 4. Did you all get that? Participants, give me a quick response on this. Total number of functions will be 4 to the power 4. Now from here, let us calculate 1 functions. Let us calculate 1 1 means what? If 1 goes to 1, 2 cannot go to 1. So 2 has 3 choices. 3 has 2 choices. 4 has 1 choice. So I hope you're understanding. With 1 functions, if 1 has 4 choices, either here or here or here or here, but 1 will be mapped with only 1 as per the definition of functions. So if 1 goes to, let's say, 4, 2 goes to any of these 3, 3 goes to any of the remaining 2, and 4 goes to any of the remaining 1. So with these 4 elements, map with these 4 elements in such a manner that the mapping is 1 1, then I'll say total 1 functions will be 4 factorial, because 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. I hope everybody is getting this without any confusion. So out of total number of functions, the functions can be either many one or 1 So out of total number of functions, if I subtract 1 I'll be left with many 1. Are you getting it? So here, if I talk about total number of, if I talk about total many one functions, if I talk about total many one functions, it will be 4 to the power 4 minus 4 factorial. Did you all get that, or shall I repeat this part? Give me a quick response on this. Everybody with me on this, all the participants. The total number of many one functions will be 4 to the power 4 minus 4 factorial. But there is a catch. What is that catch? The catch is, sir, the condition is 1 should belong to f of A. We need many one. You have answered the question correctly, many one. But that many one should be those many one where f of A, 1 belongs to f of A, which means 1 should be in its range. Yes. But sine Kavi, if 4 elements are here, 4 elements here, that is 4p4, that is 4 factorial. That's good, Chatin. So from here, I am left with one more case where, let's assume for a while, 1 is not included in f of A. These are total many one functions. Out of these many functions, there will be 2 cases. Either 1 will be part of f of A or 1 will not be a part of f of A. So let us calculate those cases when 1 is not a part of f of A. What does it mean? It means let's calculate those many one functions. I'm calculating those many one functions where 1 is not a part of f of A. And when you put this constraint that 1 is not a part of f of A, then you will be left with only many one functions only. What does it mean? Pay attention to this. I cannot take 1. So let's assume that 1 is not here. Let's assume that 1 is not here. Which means what? For this 1, 2, 3, 4, how many choices do we have? I'll say 1 could be either 4 or 9 or 6. So 1 has 3 choices. 2 could be either 4 or 9 or 6. So 2 has 3 choices. 3 has 3 choices. 4 also has 4 choices, which means 3, 3, 3, 3. So when you talk about many one functions where 1 does not belong to A, I am left with 3 to the power 4 choices. Are you getting it? But these are the cases when 1 is not a part of f of A, and these are those many one functions. So if I now talk about the answer to that question, it will be total functions, which is 4 to the power 4, minus total 1 functions, which is 4 factorial. So these are total many one functions. Out of these many functions, these are those many one functions when one was not part of f of a, which means these are the cases when one will be part of f of a, and these are all the many one functions. Everybody got this? Kshitij, I am not getting your concern. All the other participants, everybody got this? I hope I can move ahead from here. Great. For Arjuna and JEE English batch, Swapnil, very soon we'll start revealing the faculties. Very soon, very soon, very soon. Possibly in this week only. Now here, we have f of x, we have this. And whenever you see something like this, you got to see some expression here. What does it mean? Here, I'll simply say that if you could help me with f of x and f of 1 minus x. Can you help me with that? So if I ask you f of x, that is this only, 2 to the power x upon 2 to the power x plus root 2. Now, what do you mean by f of 1 minus x? So if you are interested in f of 1 minus x, it will be 2 to the power 1 minus x upon 2 to the power 1 minus x plus root 2. So can I not write it as 2 upon 2 to the power x upon 2 upon 2 to the power x plus root 2, which means 2 plus root 2 times 2 to the power x upon 2 to the power x. So 2 to the power x, 2 to the power x are vanishing, and there you are left with 2 upon, 2 plus root 2 times 2 to the power x. If I take root 2 common, what I'm saying is that this 2 can be written as root 2. This 2 can be written as root 2. So root 2 can be taken common. So this f of 1 minus x, you receive as root 2 upon root 2 plus 2 to the power x. Did you all get this? Did you all understand this? Now, I hope most of you must be relating something very interesting or decent here, that if I add both of these, I hope you all can clearly see it. If f of x is added with f of 1 minus x, then the numerator become root 2 plus 2 to the power x. Denominator is same. So root 2 plus 2 to the power x. So this is 1. Everybody got this? When f of x is added with f of 1 minus x, what we get is 1. Are you all getting it? Now, if it is found to be 1, I think the job is done. Why? Because now pay attention to this expression. This expression is actually giving you this clue where this expression is nothing but what? F of 1 by 82. I repeat, this is f of 1 by 82 plus f of 2 by 82 and so on and so on. What about the second last term? Second last term will be, sir, f of 80 by 82. It will be f of 80 by 82. Don't simplify this. The last term will be f of 81 by 82. Now pay attention to this part. Pay attention to this part. All I'm saying is that I keep this as it is f of 1 by 82. But can I write this 81 by 82 as 1 minus 1 by 82? This last term. Can I not write that as 1 minus 1 by 82? Because 82 minus 1, that is 81 by 82. So this and this I'm clubbing. I hope you are getting the reason why. Then I can club this and this also, because this f of 2 by 82 plus f of 1 minus 2 by 82. This 80 by 82, can I not write as f of 1 minus 2 by 82? I hope you are understanding. So I'm clubbing this with this. Why am I doing this? Because if this is f of x, this is f of 1 minus x. If this is f of x, this is f of 1 minus x. So f of x is added to f of 1 minus x. And when f of x is added to f of 1 minus x, it generates 1. So all these pairs will be generating 1. All these pairs will be generating 1. So I'll be getting a lot of 1s. How many 1s? Now let's focus on these terms. 1 is paired with 81. 2 is paired with 80. So are you not understanding? Sir, possibly there will be certain terms in the middle which may be left. Why am I saying so? Because here there are how many terms? 81, 1. So 81 minus 1 is 80, plus 1 is 81. So there are total 81 terms. There are total 81 terms. If there are total 81 terms, I hope you are understanding, 80 terms will be forming pairs. So there will be 40 pairs. There will be 40 pairs. And with one pair, we get sum as 1. So with 40 pairs, I'll be getting the sum as 40. But I will still be left with one term in between. That exact middle term I will still be left with. I hope you're getting it. So from 1 to 81, if I talk about simply the middle term, I hope you all are understanding there will be a term f of 40 by 80, because right before this, because right before this there will be term f of 39 by 80 which will be mapped with f of 41 by 80, because 39 and 41 are again related with 1 minus 39 by 80 is equals to 41 by 80 or vice versa. Getting it, everyone? So with this, I'll be left with exact one term in between, which is f of 40 by 80, which is f of 1 by 2. So I got to calculate f of 1 by 2. So let us quickly calculate f of 1 by 2. Can I do that here? So f of 1 by 2, if I'm calculating, f of 1 by 2, if I'm calculating 2 to the power 1 by 2, which is root 2. This is 2 to the power 1 by 2, which is root 2. This is also root 2. So root 2 by 2 root 2, that is 1 by 2. So f of 1 by 2 we receive as 1 by 2. So answer is 40 plus 1 by 2, which I need not tell you, 81 by 2. Everybody got this? That's good. That's good, Music Symphony. That's brilliant, all the participants. That's perfect. That's great. 41 by 82 will not be the middle term. It will be 40 by 82. 41 by 80 will be the complementary of 39 by 80. Right? Got it? That's good, students. Keep responding. Keep interacting. With that, when I go ahead or move ahead with this conclusion, what I see, the next question. Somebody in the beginning was saying that, sir, I'm very much scared of binomial. I usually skip the questions. I'll simply say, let's look at few of these questions and let's develop the idea. How do we solve these category of questions? Now pay attention to this part. In this expansion of this, where n is a natural number, the ratio of 15th term from the beginning to the ratio of 15th term from the end is 1 by 6. Okay. So 15 terms from the beginning will be what? I hope you're understanding. I'm going to write T 14 plus 1. That will be NCR. NCR means what? NC 14. Then this 2 to the power 1 by 3 to the power n minus 14 times this 1 by 3 to the power 1 by 3. Can I write it as 3 to the power minus 1 by 3 to the power 14? I hope you got this. This is the 15th term from the beginning. Now, if I'm writing 15th term from the and, all I need to do is swap these two terms. So, a plus b to the power n, if gives me the 15th term from the beginning, b plus a, if I swap these two terms, b plus a to the power n will give me 15th term from the end. Are you getting it? So, 15th term from the end will be again t14 plus 1 in the expansion of b plus a to the power n. So, that will again give me nc14 first of all. I hope you're understanding it. Then this, which is 3 to the power minus 1 by 3 to the power n minus 14 into 2 to the power 1 by 3 to the power 14. And this ratio we are given as 1 by 6. Is it even a question? Is it not a simple question? If you simply know the logic, if you apply the logic correctly, can you not crack it within seconds? Now, what do we do from here? I think we simply need to calculate it because NC14 are cancelled, it doesn't matter. So let's start simplifying these powers. So if I start simplifying these powers, what do I get is 2 to the power n minus 14 by 3. This is 2 to the power n minus 14 by 3 here. And this is 3 to the power minus 14 by 3. This is 3 to the power minus 14 by 3. What I have here is 3 to the power n minus 14 by 3. 3 to the power n minus 14 by minus 3. So minus plus 3. Getting it? And this will be 2 to the power 14 by 3. This will be 2 to the power 14 by 3. I hope there is no confusion on that. So the best thing you should do is take these 2 and 3 in the denominator so that it becomes 6. I think the power is going to be same. Yes. So when I do this, I hope you all are there listening, paying attention to that. So when this 3 comes in the denominator, minus 14 by 3 becomes, this was minus 14 by 3, it becomes plus 14 by 3. This is wrong here. It becomes plus 14 by 3 here. When this comes in the denominator, it becomes 14 minus n by 3. So let me write it first, then I'll do it. It becomes 14 minus n by 3. And in the numerator, now I'm left with 1. Everybody got this? And I think now it will be 14 plus 14, 28 minus n by 3. Both the powers are 28 minus n by 3. I repeat, both the powers are going to be 28 minus n by 3. So it will be 6 to the power 28 minus n by 3. But there on the right hand side, it is 6 to the power 1. So I can directly compare the powers. So 28 minus n by 3 is equal to 1. So 28 minus n is equal to 3. So n should be 28 minus 3. That is how much? I think 25. Okay, so the question doesn't end here. Then they are asking you value NC3, which is 25C3. So they make you do some calculation, which you do by yourself. I'm not going to do it. 25, 24, 23 by 3 into 2. I hope you'll get the answer. Give me a quick update in the chat box, students. Did you all get this explanation? Especially the ones who are clearly saying that I'm really scared of binomial. Is it something you should be scared of? That's good, Jatin. That's good, Musical Symphony. All the participants got it. That's good, Anshul. Good, students. Great, Jatin. Brilliant. From here, when I go ahead from here, let's solve the next question. Product of last two digits of 1919 to the power 1919. Whenever you're asked to deal with 1919, yes, great. So it was Barmanji. Okay, Barmanji. So with that, when I move ahead from here, I'll say, first of all, whenever you're asked to deal with the last two digits based question, forget this question is this. Treat this question as 19 to the power 1919. You can treat this question as last two digits raised to the power this. That will also give you the same answer. Now this 19, can I not write as 20 minus 1 to the power 1919? Are you all understanding what I'm suggesting here? All the participants. Great. Other participants, good students. Keep responding like this. Great. From here, I'll say the expansion will be pretty simple. It will be what? NCR and so on and so on. So if I write it from the end, how will it look like? I'm writing it from the end. So the last term here will be, I hope you're understanding, NCN. So 1919C1919 will be 1 into 20 to the power 0. So that will be 0. And minus 1 to the power 1919. So the last term will be minus 1. Did you get this or shall I re-explain this? Then let me write the second last term. I'm expanding it in the reverse manner if you're getting it. Second last term will be 1919C1918, which is 1919C1, which is 1919. Then this 20 to the power 1919 minus 1918, which is 1. So 20 to the power 1 means what? 20 into minus 1 to the power 1918, which is plus 1. So I need not write that 1 here. Everybody got this conclusion, all the participants. By the time I'm solving it further, sir, we can divide it by 100. Yes, that's exactly what I'm doing technically if you look at this Musical Symphony. Now from here, when I move ahead further, I hope most of you must have noticed that, sir, the next term when you start writing, first of all, it will be minus. I'll make you pay attention on that. I think possibly within next half an hour, we'll be concluding this session. Don't worry about that. We'll not waste much of your time. From here, when we talk about the next term will be 1919C1917, which is 1919C2 into this 20 to the power 2. Okay, I hope you're getting it. So 20 to the power 2 is what? I hope you're understanding. 20 to the power 2 will resolve all my problems into minus 1 to the power 1917, which is minus. So I'll keep a minus here. But further, when I start writing those terms, I have written it in the reverse manner. I hope you're understanding it. Further, when I start writing these terms, 20 square is 400. So all these terms will be divisible by 100. All these terms will be divisible by 100, which means all these terms will have at least 2 zeros. The next term will have at least 3 or more zeros, and like that. So when the last two digits are decided, these terms wouldn't matter because these will be the deciding factors here. Great Musical Symphony, but initially you were saying the questions are simple, questions are easy. But by the way, good that you are validating it now. So I hope you are getting it. All these terms will be having the last two digits minimum, at least last two digits will be 0. So this summation will not contribute in deciding the last two digits here. And even here also, don't bother, just simply take the last two digits by having this 19 here. Because 1919 into 20 or 19 into 20 will be sufficient in deciding the last two digits. Are you getting it? So first of all, these are not going to matter. Burman ji, the one who was confused with binomial, are you getting it? How easy it is dealing with binomial? And we have done a lot of questions previously as well in our previous marathons. If you are still confused with binomial, go through them. Now from here, I think the answer is clear. 19 into 20 is 380. 380 minus 1. I hope you got the answer. That is 379. The last two digits will be 79. What were we asked? Product of the last two digits. So don't write 79 is the answer. Still, a lot of students, what they commit as a mistake is that they, in a rush, write 79 is the correct answer, because you're so lost in solving this question logically that the moment you get the last two digits, you write it in the answer, type it in the answer, you mark enter, save it, and move next. And that's where you commit the mistake that, sir, product of the last two digits. So 7, 9 are the last two digits. 7 into 9 is 63. That will be the answer. So be careful. Even if you are solving the entire question correctly, you may not get +4. You may end up getting -1 because of these silly errors. We all commit such errors. Whenever we are having this examination pressure, whenever we are in the rush, whenever we are excited, whenever we are high on energy, our adrenaline rush is there, then we are prone to commit the errors. So stay focused, stay alert, stay cautious. Don't be too cautious. You'll get you'll get low on motivation, you'll feel low confident. Don't be careless as well, that you just drive carelessly, you'll meet with accidents. Yes, we should read the questions once before answering. That's the most important part. Read the question, comprehension, understanding. Now from here, when we go ahead with this, let us move ahead with the next question. Can you repeat this question? You can read this question, right? Why should I repeat this question? Now, there is a question on vectors. Someone in the beginning was saying that there is no question on vector. I think it was Advait. Advait, if you are still there, look at this question, a question from vectors we are solving now. Let O be the origin and the position of vector of A and B are this and this. So, if I simply tell you this is O, this is A, this is B. This is A, this is B. I am drawing it abruptly like this. So, A is 2i, 2j, k. So, A is 2i plus 2j plus k. And what is vector B? Vector B is 2i plus 4j plus 4k, right? These are your vectors A and B. If the internal bisector of AOB, so internal bisector of AOB, let's say this is that, meets the line AB, meets the vector AB at C. So this is OC, then the length of OC. Perfect, easiest question. Oh, great. Now what I'm saying here is, if you simply use the basics of geometry, your question is done. How? Can you help me with the distance of this OA or length of OA? So it will be 4 plus 1. That is 9. So this OA is 3. This will be 16 plus 16, 32 plus 4 is 36. So this is 6. And we know the angle bisector theorem that OA is to OB will be equal to AC is to CB. I hope you remember angle bisector theorem. What does it say? It says OA is to OB. This you must have studied in 9th possibly. Will be equal to AC is to CB or BC, whatever is to call it. So if this ratio is 1:2, this ratio is also going to be 1:2. So now if you have this ratio 1:2, can you not predict the coordinates of C? Section formula. So 2 goes to this, 1 goes to this upon 2 plus 1. So 2 into this will be what? 4, 4, 1. Sorry, 4, 4, 2. So 4, 4. Can I write it like this only? Plus 1 into this. So this is 2, 4, 4 divided by 2 plus 1. This is 3. I hope you're understanding. It is 4i cap, 4j cap, 2k cap. It is 2i cap, 4j cap, 4k cap. But I'm writing it like this so to save some time. So with that, it will be 4 plus 2, which is 6. 6i cap, 4 plus 4, that is 8j cap. Correct me if I'm wrong. And 4 plus 2, that is again 6k cap. 4, 2, 4, 4, 4, 2, right? Divided by 3. Divided by 3. Divided by 3. So this is what we get as C, OC vector. So this is your vector OC. So I think you need modulus of OC. Is it a really tough question? 2, I think you can take common. So 2 by 3 will already stays outside. And then you have what? 2 when you have taken 3i cap plus 4j cap plus 3k cap. And when you are taking its mod, I hope it is 3, 4, 3. So 9 plus 9, 18. 18 plus 16. 18 plus 16 is how much, students? I think 34. So it should be root 34. So 2 by 3 root 34 will be your final answer. Everybody got this? All the participants? Yes, I think whatever questions I have brought today will make you do those questions today. But possibly, maybe in some other session, we'll do that. Don't worry about that. Here, I hope you got this question. How many of you got the right answer? 2 by 3 root 34. Anybody? No, Thomas, root 31 is not the answer. I think it should be root 34. Other participants, give me a quick update. I face problem in comprehension. Musical symphony, we have done a lot of questions from the January attempt of 2026. So if you watch our analysis, if you watch our marathon sessions, we have covered a lot of questions from vectors. And the best thing I can do is internet or online or on our website, PYQs are available. You visit them, you go through the previous year's questions of vectors in 3D, practice as many as you can. You will start comprehending them. And yes, comprehension is a problem, but remember, either dot or cross or projection or maybe image or feet, or sometimes, the shortest distance between skew lines or parallel lines. Or line, parametrically, you take a point on line, image, and then you take direction ratios, condition for perpendicularity or condition for parallelism. That all will be there. Otherwise, questions don't vary much there in 3D and vectors. Mostly dot and cross. Right? All the participants? Great, great, great. So with that, when I go ahead with this conclusion, let's move towards the next question. What do we see next? Here comes the next question. This is a question with the values of lambda for which the shortest distance between the lines. Okay, so I hope you remember the shortest distance formula here. So there is, let's say, a vector A1 or a point A1 lying on this, which is given by I cap, 2j cap plus 3k cap. So that is given by I cap plus 2j cap plus 3k cap. Correct me if I'm wrong. Similarly, if I take a vector on this line, that A2 will be given by lambda I cap plus 4j cap plus 5k cap. But what we need is we need A2 minus A1. So when I work on A2 minus A1, it will be lambda minus I. You could have written it directly, but I'm just trying to make you understand the shortest distance formula. Then you have 4 minus 2, that is 2j cap. Then you have 5 minus 3, that is 2k cap. That is A2 minus A1. I hope everybody is listening and understanding this. Now from here, this line is parallel to 2i cap, 3j cap, 4k cap. So let's say this line is parallel to a vector P, which is given as 2i cap plus 3j cap plus 4k cap. And this line is parallel to a vector Q, which is of course 3, 4, 5. So this is 3i cap plus 4j cap plus 5k cap. Correct me if I'm wrong. So first of all, I hope you remember the formula for the shortest distance. It is projection of A2 minus A1 on the common perpendicular or the common normal along the two skew lines. So this is how you find the projection. I hope you do remember that. This is the projection formula. Projection of this vector on this vector is given by this A dot B upon mod B. The projection of A on B is given by A dot B upon B. So A2 minus A1 will be 2 points. So by joining them, you take their projection on P cross Q. I hope you got this. So first of all, I got to find P cross Q. So let's work on finding P cross Q. So P cross Q, if I am working on P cross Q, how much will that be? It will be I cap, J cap, K cap. Then 2, 3, 4. It will be 2, 3, 4. Then 3, 4, 5. So it will be 3, 4, and 5. Let's quickly find its magnitude. So it is going to be I cap. Correct me if I'm wrong. 15 minus 16. That is minus. So it should be minus I cap plus. Let me put a minus first. J cap 10 minus 12. That is minus 2. So it should be plus 2j cap. Then for K cap, it will be 8 minus 9. That is minus K cap. That's your vector P cross Q. That's your vector P cross Q. Even if I'm interested in the magnitude of P cross Q, how much would that be? So that will be 1, 4, 1. 1, 4, 1. That is root 6. So P cross Q you find as root 6. Everybody with me on this so far? Everybody will do a question later possibly, but Anshul, whatever questions I have brought today, will be solving those questions only today. So now when I focus on this question here, how do I solve this? We have gotten P cross Q as well, right? So this is your P cross Q. Don't forget that. This is your P cross Q, which I'm writing here separately. So now when I work on the shortest distance, that we are given as 1 by root 6. Brilliant. So here I'll be writing A2 minus A1. That is this dot this. So I hope shortest distance is what? This dot this. So this dot this means what? Lambda minus 1 into minus 1. So that is 1 minus lambda plus, I hope there is no confusion on that, 2j into 2j, that is 2, plus 2k into 2k cap as 2 into minus 1, that is minus 2. So this 2 and minus 2 are cancelled. So this is what you get in the numerator. I hope there is no confusion on that. This is the dot you get. I hope we are going great. There is no confusion on whatever I'm doing so far. So what we take is dot, right? So dot we have found. Dot we have found. And I'll put a modulus over here. I'll put a modulus over here because it's positive value. Distance is taken divided by cross of PQ, which is root 6. And this distance we are given as 1 by root 6. Just give me a quick update. I hope I'm not writing anything abruptly. You're getting whatever I'm doing here. Everyone. So root 6 and root 6 are cancelled. 1 minus lambda is 1, which means 1 minus lambda should be plus minus 1. So here, I hope you're understanding, lambda will be 1 plus minus 1. So lambda will be either, I hope you're understanding, plus 1 minus 1 is 0 and minus 1 minus 1 is minus 2. So lambda will be either 0 or minus 2. Now, pay attention to that part. Now comes the second part of this question. So with 3D, what they do is, they don't stop. They have given you a formula on shortest distance. They made you solve this question. No, dot product was correct, Kshitij, I think so. Why will it be wrong? Let me do it again. This lambda minus 1 is minus 1, 1 minus lambda. Then 2 into 2 is 4. Oh yes, thank you so much, Satish. You correct me every time. Thank you so much, Satish, for being the savior. So I think there is a small correction here. I made a small mistake. Thank you so much, Satish. Twice in this session, I have committed a terrible error, a very basic silly error, but that's a terrible, a huge error, I'd say, because otherwise we'll get the entire answer wrong. But Satish was the savior. He saved us both the times. Thank you so much, Satish, for being so focused. Great, brilliant. Brilliant, good. So again, I'll do it. Let me do it again. Lambda minus 1 into minus 1, that is 1 minus lambda. And there you get 2 into 2, which is 4. And there it is minus 2. So I think I cancelled this 2 by 2. And I put a mod over here. Divided by what? Divided by root 6. And this is 1 by root 6. So this is equals to 1. So there you get 4 minus 2, which is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. So this is 3 minus lambda is equals to plus minus 1. I hope there is no confusion on that now. So here, I hope you're understanding, lambda will be 3 plus minus 1 or 3 minus plus 1. So 3 plus 1 is 4 and 3 minus 1 is 2. I hope there is no confusion on that. So lambda's values will be 4 and 2. So I hope you're understanding. I can take lambda 1 as 4 and lambda 2 as 2. Now the question's second part begins. Now the second part of the question begins. Pay attention to that part. Yes, Niladri, what happened? Now the second part of the question says that you need to find the radius of the circle. Now don't start creating the equation of the circle. I'll share a very interesting short trick with you that how do we solve this question. Pay attention to that part. Here, there is a circle which passes through 0, 0, lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 2, lambda 4, 4, comma 2, right? So there is a circle which is passing through 0, comma 0, 4, comma 2, and 2, comma 4, right? So if I could create a triangle, let me try and make you understand this concept. There is a triangle and there is a circle which is circumscribing this triangle. There is a circle which is circumscribing this triangle. I hope you're comfortable with that. So let's say this triangle has points 0, comma 0, 2, comma 4, and 4, comma 2. So of course this circle is there. This circle is there. This circle is there, which is passing through all the 3 vertices. So this circle is passing through all these 3 points. So if I could find, let's say the circle has a certain center. Circle has a certain center. So this center, I hope you know, is nothing but what? For this triangle ABC for a while, let's say, this is nothing but what? Circumcenter. I hope you remember that. So if I talk about, let's call it any point. Let's call it any point D for a while. So D is circumcenter. Then I hope you know DA, DB, and DC is nothing but what? They all will be equal first of all. And I hope you know DA is equals to DB is equal to DC. That will be your circumradius. Do you all know that part as well? All the participants, give me a quick update on this. That's brilliant, Niladri Nath. Perfect. Bingo. To the point. How many of you thought of this? Good, good, good. I gave you the hint. Now most of you must have cracked it. So yes, we have the answer. So here all I'm saying is that what are we asked? We are asked the radius of the circle. So circumradius has a formula which is given by product of all the 3 sides divided by 4 times area of the circle. If you do remember this formula again from 9th and 10th standard, that will save you here. That will save you here. That is the short trick. Of course, there is nothing as short trick or short technique. They are simply concepts. So the more awareness you have, the more in-depth awareness you have, the more clearer you are. And they are called short tricks. They are not short tricks, first of all. They are simply awareness. So with that, the circumradius is going to be the radius length. So 0, 0, 4, 2, you will find it by yourself, or shall I do it? So it will be 4, 16, 2, 4, 16 plus 4 is 20. 20 is 2 root 5. So this will be 2 root 5 into this 2, 4 with this 0, 0. Again, it will be 2 root 5. But this 4, 2 with 2, 4, 4, 2, 2, 2, 4, 2. So 4, 4, 8. 8 is 2 root 2. Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. I hope ABC is this. Then 4 into area of this triangle. So area of this triangle will make us put some efforts. 0, 0, 4, 2, 2, 4, 0, 0. So whenever one of the coordinates is 0, 0, you just do this and half of this. I hope you're getting it. So this will be delta. So 16 minus 4, that's 12. 12 by 2 is 6. So this will be your answer. Everybody got this. Everybody understood this. All the participants. Yes, Kaushik, I'm still here. I'm not leaving. So you still have time to thank me later. But let's conclude it first. Right? Everybody got this? I hope I can move ahead from here. Now let's solve the next question. Here comes the next question, another question on vector. Let's practice more questions. I forgot the name. Somebody was requesting for more questions on vectors. Let's solve one more. Here we are. How do we solve this one? Pay attention to this part. Again, an easy one. All I'll say is vector A, vector B, and vector C are given. D. So this is the condition. I can say that B cross D minus C cross D will be 0. So I hope order matters with cross product. So I can write, it is still distributive. So I can write it as B minus C cross D to be 0. So if cross is 0 where none of them are 0, then I'll say D can be written as a linear combination of B and C, because if the cross is 0, they are parallel, which means D will be written as a linear combination of B minus C. Everybody got this? So vector D here will be lambda times B minus C. B minus C. So 3 minus 2, that is 1. Minus 3 minus minus 1, that is minus 2. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then 3 minus 2, that is K. So this is your vector D in terms of lambda. But we are told A dot D is 4. A dot D. So if I now write A dot D in my sense, A dot D, this is A. So 1 to 1. So 1 into 1. Lambda, let's keep outside. So 1 into 1 is 1. Then we had 2. 2 into 2 is minus 4. And then we have 1. 1 into 1 is 2. And this value, A dot D, we are given as 4. So how much is this? This is how much? Tell me quickly. Minus 2 plus 1. That is minus 2. Sorry, minus 1. Right? So minus lambda is 4. So lambda is minus 4. So we have cracked lambda is minus 4. Sorry, minus 1. I'm really sorry. So if lambda is minus 1, I think we have vector D. Vector D, now I'll be writing as, vector D, I'll be writing as, what is vector D? Minus of this. So minus I cap plus 2j cap plus, sorry, minus k cap. I'm lost somewhere. This is minus I cap plus 2j cap minus k cap. That's your vector D. Just give me a quick update on this, all the participants. No, Niladri, lambda should be minus 1. I repeat my part. Minus 4 plus 2 is minus 2. Minus 2 plus 1 is minus 1. So, oh yes, lambda is minus 4. Where am I today? D, I think, will be minus 4 into this. I'm really sorry. You are correct, Niladri. I'm really sorry, Jatin. So, lambda is minus 4. Minus 4 into I is minus 4 I cap. Minus 4 into minus 2, that's 8 j cap. And this is minus 4 k cap, right? Okay, so we have vector D now. Now what we need is A cross D. Do you know Lagrange's theorem? I hope we made you revise this a lot many times. Even shorts are released on this. I hope you remember this. Lagrange's theorem says what? A dot D whole square plus A cross D whole square is, I hope you remember, A square B square. I hope you're getting it. Because it will be mod A square mod B square cos square theta mod A square mod B square sin square theta. So cos square theta plus sin square theta is 1. So it will be mod A square mod B square. Now what do we need? We need this. So this will be this minus this. So we need A cross D whole square. It will be mod A square mod B square. Sorry, mod A mod D. This will be D. I'm really sorry. This will be mod D square. So mod A square will be what? Mod of this 1, 4, 1. 1, 4, 1. That is 6. Root 6 is 6. So this is 6 into mod D. D is this. This is again, if I take 4 common from it, I am still left with 1 to 1, which is 1, 4, 1. So 1, 4, 1 is how much? It is 6. And this is root 6 technically. So root 6 into 4. So that should be 16 into 6. Correct me if I'm wrong. So it should be 16 into 6. Mod D I have written 16 into 6. Everyone comfortable with that if I do so? Now from this, I'll be subtracting A dot D. I think we were already given A dot D. A dot D was 4. So 4 square is 16. So I hope you got the answer. Will you do it by yourself now? From here, I hope it is absolutely doable. I got 85 plus by this series. Okay, Savit, that's good. That's good. Thank you so much for appreciating the efforts. Brilliant. Okay. Great. So can I move ahead from here? All the participants, let's solve the next question. Let 3 real numbers A, B, C in AP. Now we are solving questions from sequence and series. How many are left? I think I am left with 1, 2, 3, 4 questions. Is that okay, or shall I stop here? Niladri, 4 more questions. I think it's just a matter of 15 to 20 more minutes if we go great. Now with that, A, B, C are in EP, A plus 1, B, C plus 3, B. Okay, I'll tell you the approach. I'll skip that calculation part. Will that be okay? A lot of students are asking for duration, Kaushik. I totally understand. You may have an exam tomorrow, possibly. Then I'll be culminating it very soon. I'll just write the approach. I'll skip that last final calculation part. I won't do that, so that we save some time. Okay. So now, 3 numbers are in AP. If 3 numbers are in AP, I hope you know that B will be equal to A plus C by 2. I can say so because B will be the arithmetic mean of A and C. And these 3 terms are in GP. If these 3 terms are in GP, that means B square will be equal to A plus 1 into C plus 3. If these 3 terms are in GP, I'll say B will be the geometric mean. So B square will be product of the other 2 extreme terms, A plus 1, C plus 3. A is greater than 10. Okay, so I may need it later. A is greater than 10. And the second information, ABC, the arithmetic mean of ABC is 8, which means A plus B plus C divided by 3 is 8. So 8 into 3 is 24. Comfortable, everyone? And there we know A plus C is 2B. I have this information that A plus C is 2B. So if I replace A plus C by 2B, I hope you're getting it. So 2B plus B is 3B. So 3B is 24. That gives you B as 8. I'll have to do some calculation. Otherwise, I won't go ahead further. So B is 8, which means A plus C we get as 8 into 2, 16. So I'll do this part. B we received as 8. So 8 square is 64. This is A plus 1. I'll keep it like this only. But C, I'm replacing by 16 minus A. So this will be 16 minus A plus 3. Comfortable, everyone? So with that, this is 64 is equal to A plus 1 into 16 plus 3 is 19. This is 19 minus A. Now what are we asked? Now I hope I can skip this question here. Why? Because all you need is, this will be a quadratic. You will solve this quadratic. By solving this quadratic, you will get 2 values of A. Of course, one of the values is going to be less than 10. So that value which is less than 10 will be discarded. So I'll take the other value of A. Once you take that other value of A, you put that here, you get the value of C. And once you have gotten the value of AC, you already have B. Then what are we asked? The final conclusion what we are asked is the geometric mean of A, B and C. So geometric mean of A, B and C will be, the cube of geometric mean of A, B and C. So geometric mean of A, B and C will be cube root of ABC. But cube of this means this. So technically product of ABC they are asking. You will get A from here. You will get C from here. You already have B. Just give me in the comment box, write me in the comment box. Do you want me to solve it further or will you do it by yourself? All you need is solve that quadratic. Your answer will be there. Everybody got this? Do you want me to solve it further? Do write in the comment box. If you want, I'll solve it. Don't worry about that. Let's focus on the next question. Again, I'll not solve it completely or totally, but I'll tell you the approach or the formula. Here, I have few things. This category of questions, JEE loves asking. Great, Niladri. So this category of questions will be asked. how we prepare for all syllabus. I'll say watch this marathon completely. I think it will definitely help you in preparing for it. It will definitely give you a lot of marks. A lot of marks, trust me. These are going to be the most predictable questions based on the January attempt, and this first day analysis we have done. On the basis of this, we have brought you these questions. Now, from here, let's solve this one. So instead of solving this, let me try and make you go through some properties. I hope you remember that if K is a scalar and A is a matrix of order n, then we always know that it will be K to the power n times determinant of A. No confusion on that. I hope you do remember that. And here we remember one more property, that determinant of adjoint of A is always determinant of A to the power n minus 1. No confusion on that, I believe so. Apart from that, what do we need? I think you may need this property as well, that determinant of product of two matrices will be equal to the product of their individual determinants. I think that is all what we need. Apart from that, what else do you need? Yes, one more property you may need. Which one? Adjoint of 2A, right? Okay, so that I'll make you do later, but let me solve this first, right? So here, determinant of A is 5, which I'll replace or substitute later. This needs to be compared with this, which I'll do later. But let me start exploring this conclusion, right? So first of all, it is 2 outside. So when I take this 2 out of this entire determinant, so this matrix will be of the order n. So order is what? 3. So order is 3. So when this 2 comes out, it will come out as 2 to the power 3. So I'll have this 2 to the power 3 times determinant of adjoint of 3A times adjoint of 2A. I think this is what we have. Everybody with me on this? No confusion on that. Then what I do next is, sir, determinant of adjoint of A is determinant of A to the power n minus 1. So focus on this. 2 to the power 3 is already there. I'm not touching to that here. When I talk about determinant of adjoint of a matrix, adjoint of this matrix. So when I'm willing to remove this adjoint because of this determinant, I'll write this, which is 3A times adjoint of 2A whole raised to the power. I hope you're understanding. Adjoint of a matrix. If determinant of adjoint of a matrix is taken, then I can write that as determinant of that matrix raised to the power n minus 1, which means I'll have a 2 here. Everybody getting that? All the participants? Now, from here, when I go ahead, what I see next is here. This is 2 cube. Now, 3 comes out of this. First of all, anything which comes out of this will have this power 2 because of this outer 2. And whatever comes out of it will come out with this property as well. So I have to remember, Ka comes out as K to the power n times determinant of A. So this is a scalar now. So 2 cube is already there. When this 3 comes out, 3 will come out as the order of this determinant, which is 3. So 3 will come out as order of this determinant. But this 2 will also be there. Getting it or not, everyone? And then I am left with determinant of A times adjoint of 2A whole square. Now we know one thing, that yes, product and then determinant, then it can be written as determinant dot determinant. So these are the two matrices. So can I not write it as, where shall I write it? Shall I write it here? So it will be 2 cube into 3 to the power 3 into 2, that is 3 into 2 is 6 into this. I can write as determinant of A times, of course, square will be there, don't forget that, times adjoint of 2A. Now, all the participants who are watching it right now, do tell me the fourth formula, which is going to be adjoint of Ka determinant. How do you write it? This is exactly the last step. So 3 formula I have told you. Fourth formula, you tell me adjoint of Ka, how much or what would that be? Great. So this is going on. Okay. Perfect. Now, all the students who are watching it sincerely, do tell me, what do you see or how do you see this as adjoint of Ka? How do you write it as? All the participants, quickly. I hope most of you already have this answer. That from here, you can take it here and then you have the answer. Anyone? Great. Give me the perfect, proper, complete formula, all the participants, Anshul and everyone. Yes, going great, going great. Keep responding. The sincere ones. Do tell me, determinant of adjoint of K, how do you treat it as? Great. Why? I hope you are understanding. And all the students, Sanjay, I think, Anonymous, all the participants who are saying, they do know the answer. They do know the logical explanation behind this as well. Everybody with me on this? So from here, the final step, can it not be done by yourself? I'm leaving that calculation to you. Or shall I get this part also done by me? I hope you'll do it by yourself, all the participants. Can I move? Yes, that's great. Great. Keep participating like this. From here, I hope we can move ahead because we have told you that we'll be skipping the calculation part. I hope we can go ahead with this. Now, with this, when I go ahead or move ahead with the next question, there is the next question right there in front of you. You tell me what will be the answer to this question. What substitutions shall I make here so that we can get the final answer within seconds? Do tell me what do you think could be the answer here? All the participants, quickly, quickly, quickly. What substitution should be made here? Anyone? Sir, explain which part. Which part shall I explain? Somebody saying the last formula. Okay, I will not be explaining it. Rather, I'll simply give you the approach here. All we are saying is that adjoint of Ka here can be written as K comes out as K to the power n minus 1 times adjoint of A. This is how you write it as. I repeat, here adjoint of Ka, we write it as K to the power n minus 1 times adjoint of A. I hope there is no confusion on that front, all the participants. And with that, you get your final answer. Because here, if this is adjoint of 2a, this determinant of a is 5. So can I directly substitute it by 5 square into this? So this is all there. I will be substituting this only. So adjoint of 2a. So 2 comes out as 2 to the power 3 minus 1. So that will be 2 to the power 2 into adjoint of a. So I repeat, it will be 2 to the power 2 into adjoint of a. Now pay attention to that part. This 2 to the power 2 is a scalar into a matrix and its determinant is taken. So it will come out as the power n. I hope this property is what I'll be using. So when this 2 to the power 2 comes out, it will come out as 2 to the power 2 to the power n, which is the order 3. But remember, this also needs to be squared because there was a power 2 there. I hope nobody is confused with whatever I've done in one step. Everybody listening, watching and understanding this. Now the third conclusion, I hope you remember, adjoint of a, we already know this is determinant of a to the power n minus 1. So this will be determinant of a, which is 5 to the power n minus 1, which is 2. But that determinant had already a square, which means one more square will be there. You simplify this and then you compare it and you will get the final answer. Some of you have responded to the next question as well. Great, great, great. So with this, yes, I'll simply suggest you the approach here. Simply replace 1 by root x by t, a question from quadratic. So of course, when you square both the sides, 1 by x becomes t square. So with that, 9 by x will be 9t square minus 90 plus 2 times here 2 by x will be 2t square minus 70 plus 3 is equal to 0. So you solve this quadratic, you solve that quadratic and you get the answer. Shall I get this question done or do you want me to solve this? But remember this, when you finally solve this, you ensure that the values are falling in that category. You get certain values of t, but of course ensure that that value satisfies it because 1 by root x is t. So if you get any negative value of t, that will not be an acceptable value because it is 1 by root x. So 1 by root x can never be negative. So verify or validate it ultimately. So find all the values. 2 values of t you'll get from here. 2 values of t you'll get from here. By solving it for x, you'll get more values and then you'll find the right final solution. Just give me a quick response in the comment box. Will you do it from here or shall I do it? You solve this for this quadratic, then this quadratic, you get t, replace that t here, you get x, and then you write the final answer. I was just simply supposed to tell you the right substitution. The next question, and this I think is the final question. So with this, we'll be calling it a day. Final question for the day. Let's give our best to this question. How many of you do it? A question based on Newton's formula. So far, in the January shift, in the January attempt of 2026, and so far on 2nd of April, there has been no question on Newton's formula except for 1 or 2 questions. So yes, something if it was not asked so far, there are high chances of it could be asked. Yes. Let's quickly solve this question. So if Pn is given as either alpha to the power n plus beta to the power n or minus beta to the power n, we know the Newton's formula. So here I will be writing it as Pn plus 2 minus Pn plus 1 minus 4Pn is equal to 0. Everyone understanding this comfortably? Do you all know how to do it? Newton's formula? Yes, easy question. That's good, Satvik. So with that, if I have this, I think let's simplify this. What I will do from here is, let me start taking few things common. Can I take P16 common from this and this? Then I'll be left with P15 and P14. So I'll be left with P15 minus P14 here. And what I have done is I have taken P16 common from there. Then with this expression, if I take P15 common here, if I take P15 common from here, right? Rather, minus P15 common from here. So if I take minus P15 common from here, this leaves you with P15 minus P14 whole divided by P13 into P14. So I think your answer is right there in front of you. Why? Because one of the factors will be P15 minus P14 divided by this P13 into this will be, I hope we are going great. Other factor will be P16 minus P15 divided by P14. Now, why did I do this? Can someone tell me that? I hope the reason is pretty simple, because here, if I write it as Pn plus 2 minus Pn plus 1 is equal to 4Pn, and if I bring that Pn here, it will be 4. So if for a while I replace n by 13, so P15, P14, P13, it will be 4. If I replace n by 14, so P16, P14, P16, P15, P14 will also be 4, and your answer will be 16. Everybody got this? How many of you got the answer? Okay, so with that, we are calling it a day. If you want the PDF of all these questions, the link is given in the chat. The pinned chat is there in the top of this live chat which is going on. You can click on it. You can follow our WhatsApp channel. There you will find this PDF, this entire PDF of the most predictable questions for the upcoming shifts of your JEE 2026 April attempt. And if you did not understand this, in the description of this video, you will find the link to follow our WhatsApp channel. There we are providing all these PDFs and everything, right? So with that, I hope we have tried helping you a lot with these questions. If somebody has started watching it later, rewatch it from the beginning, whichever part of this video you might have missed, so that you go through the questions, the most important questions. And with that, I think we have done sufficient or decent amount of practice. Can we call it a day here, students? All the participants, just give me a quick response. Thank you so much. You all have been a great audience. It was really amazing and interesting talking to you all. Let's meet in one of our next videos, which we are bringing tomorrow, the live analysis of the next day's shifts. Sumit sir, Gaurav sir, and I, all three of us will be there and will be taking care of as many questions as we receive from our students. So let's call it a day. Thank you so much. Good to have you all. Good night, everyone. Take a good care of yourself and keep preparing harder. Keep rocking. Good, everyone.